Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new series. I'm your host, your storyteller, your dungeon mistress, Void Doll, and this is Chosen by Night, a game about devious devotion bordering on obsession, blood rites, sorcery, historical events, and monsters, beautiful and not, who love maybe a little too hard.
Hi, I'm Sweet. I am playing Dahlia Grimm. She is a Southern-born tea shop owner, and I'm scared. I'm gonna pass it to Nat now.
Hey guys, it's me, TheNatchan. I am playing Emery. He's a not Southern born. He's a theater student that also owns and manages a movie theater. I will pass it to Vil.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Vil, just another villain, playing a Mr. Emery Brain tonight. Just a Southern doctor here to be a part of this story, y'all. I'll pass it on down to Hazard now.
Hello, I'm the Mad Hazard. I've done this before. Let's see. I'm playing Nash Hallstrom, and he is an ex-police officer and turned PI. And yeah. Let's see, what direction did we go? Pass it over to Lalo? Soda?
Hey everyone, I am Soda, also go by Theo. I will be playing Lalo Valentine. He is a college student, literally just trying to do his best. Pass it to Jay.
Jay, I draw. Gonna play Sasha or Alexandra Voronova.
I think we're going to just dive in. Emery, could you please describe what your character looks like?
So yes, Emery he's 5'10". He's kind of scrawny for his height. He kind of dresses deceptively, where he wears he's pretty fond of like comfy baggy shirts and sweaters and cardigans and stuff like that. So he looks a little bulkier than he actually is. He does have his dark hair that's just to the very tippy top of his shoulders, tends to wear that half up. Yeah, he's just a dude.
Our chronicle takes place in New Orleans, Louisiana. And it is early February. But this is the South, where the weather is never what it's proclaimed to be. In the morning, it can be frigid. And by late afternoon, it can be sweltering and muggy and hot. Our story begins on a weekend, and it is a balmy night. And we find ourselves at the Midnight Theater. The sun has long since set. The popcorn machine has been cleaned, and the extra popcorn left to good old Mickey. There's only one feature still running, and even interesting still in this one feature, a classic, The Wolfman. One individual showed up, bought a ticket, and sat inside. Question for you, TheNatchan, because this will determine what I describe next. Were you the one that checked out this individual? As in, you gave them their concessions and their ticket, or was it old Mickey?
So the way Emery likes to run things is he tends to work the one-man box office. Mickey tends to do concessions. So he would have given the ticket.
Hey. So this film that you've got started, it's about 20 minutes in. Mickey's finished cleaning up the front, and there's a knock on the office. Very, very quiet. Tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, it's unlocked. Come in, Mickey, because that's who he'd be expecting.
Okay. With a very quiet... Mickey is a New Orleans citizen, a resident long-term. Born, raised, probably will die here. And with that comes an accent. Not quite like a Texan Southern, or one of its surrounding states Southern, but a lilting Southern that a lot of people call Cajun. His withered face is kind. It's usually very composed, but there's something almost immediately that you notice Emery. You can see the whites of his eyes. They're held open really large. This is an old movie theater for those of you watching and those of you listening. This thing it feels ancient. Nothing is digital. Everything is old school. Huge wheels of film have to be ordered in and processed. And sometimes the machines, they get too hot, which causes a distortion on the projected screen. So Emery is often moving up into each theater room to check on each of these projectors. And in this scene, he is standing by the projector. Occasionally, the flickering light and that tab sound disrupts the vision that is old Mickey. I need you to roll the first roll of the game, which is an insight. And a wits.
Damn. Okay, that's actually that's 5. Good first roll.
Mickey's scared. Nervous, at the very least. But in the way that is simmering tension. The same kind of fear that you get when you're in the room with a predator. And Emery, it's something that sadly you're familiar with. And I wouldn't say necessarily that tension for Emery, it comes from the fact that he's been in a room with a predator before, but his twin is a time bomb just waiting to go off. He's never necessarily hit Emery, but by God, as he swung, as he picked things up and screamed, and that tension, that simmering violence, that threat in the room, that's the trigger for the fear that Mickey is currently displaying. And it takes him a moment. And finally, I don't know about you, but did you see that big fucker that just kind of sat down in the front row? He gonna be at least a towel hand high. Did you get a look at him, boss?
Was the guy I gave a ticket to a really big guy?
Says, yes. Huge. But he was wearing a coat.
Okay.
And he had a hat and a mask. Weird mask, though. Covered a good portion of his face. But he never looked up at you. In fact, he barely even said a word. But you were able to discern, based on the fact that the Wolfman is the only film you have right now. At this hour.
He'd be like, I mean, I gave him his ticket, so I mean, I saw him, but he's just, he was wearing like a coat and a hat low, and I didn't really get a good look. I just noticed he's pretty big.
Oh yeah, when he all gone coming in after he gave you your ticket, took his hat off, took his coat off, hung him up. The coat hanger we got that's got all our stuff on it. He put his there too, and he is a big motherfucker, huge. You look like you be getting spells on him, make him even bigger, like one of them football people.
Oh, all right. I mean, I'm sure it's fine as long as he fits in the seats comfortably enough, and he just wants to watch the movie. It's fine.
Well, maybe that's why he down in front. Take a look. Look how big he is.
All right, I'll move so I can see through the projection window without blocking the image.
Roll a wits and awareness.
3.
You don't see anybody.
You see him? He definitely got to take up at least 3 seats.
Maybe he's gone to the bathroom. I don't see anyone now.
Who'll be
Mickey.
doing that? Bathroom in the middle of a movie? Rude. I'll tell you. Let me see.
And he has to get the step stool.
I'll
look.
move so Mickey can see.
And as he stands on the step stool, he's looking right through the square projector box. And he's like, what do you mean? He's right, boss, he's right there, I swear. And he grabs a hold of the wall to steady himself because this man is maybe almost as ancient as the analog theater itself, which is titled the Midnight Theater for chat. And as he does, there's a little bit of a tilting on the stool, and it causes him to lurch, and he hits one of the banks of films. And the big round
Oh no!
pops, and on the screen there is what appears to be a meltdown. The individuals tilt, and then everything starts looking like a fast projector on forward speed until it just collapses.
So he would try to catch Mickey, but then he would also try to catch, like, he would try to reach over to turn off the projector so too much of the film doesn't get melted. But
Okay, you're
that's
gonna
his
roll
attempt.
a dexterity
Yeah.
and an athletics.
All right. Okay. My dex is okay. What's my athletics? Let's find out. Okay. All right. That's a 4 dice pool. A 1. We got a 1.
Who do you save? Mickey or
I
the film?
I would try to catch Mickey first.
Okay.
He's old.
As the film clicks and it's no longer able to spin, too hot, just starts melting. But you catch Mickey from breaking his hip.
Oh shit! Oh hell, boss! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean nothing by it.
And at that same moment,
It's all right.
the door slams that Mickey walked in and left open. And the backside film, because there's 2 reels connected that it runs through, the backside starts to go reverse. And Mickey and you share a look.
I thought it had an emergency shut off till you recently updated it with. Why is it playing the movie backwards now?
You know, I'm not. It's probably nothing. It's definitely nothing. Here, let me. I'll like steady him, and then I'll go look at the machinery and see if I can get it to turn off. I'm gonna have to see if that customer doesn't mind waiting a minute, and I can get this back up and going.
Okay, roll a technology and intelligence. While you're
That's
rolling.
3.
Old Mickey says, "Should I'll go back and we just got that shipment right in another box. I'll bring it up. I'll bring another film up. That was just in your office, right?
Yeah, they're pretty heavy.
I got it. It's okay. I'm still strong. I'm so sorry, boss. I got it."
And he opens the door. And as he does, there's this breath of cold. And this time he closes the door behind him. And he's gone. And it's just you for a moment, standing in the projector room, waiting. Wits and awareness, please.
It's another 3.
The door handle turns and slowly begins to open.
I knew that I probably should get someone in here to maybe get some sage or something. I'm pretty sure it's just the local ghost. I know you're there. It's fine. I'm sorry you don't like the film, but someone paid for it. I'll show you something later. How he handles it, he just assumes the theater is haunted.
The door slowly begins to open.
think he would like shift slightly. So he's like standing behind the projector. So he's less in direct view, but he can like carefully watch the door.
I need you to roll a resist frenzy. Now, you are all mortal, gifted. Slightly different than Thin Bloods or Kindred. And in fact, your characters know nothing about that world.
That is a 6. So I got a critical.
Okay, the creature that is standing, the head is completely lost, obscured above the door's top frame.
Creature? Oh no.
For the flash of a moment, you hear its voice, and it sounds like
Am I not afraid enough that I can vocally reply?
yes. However,
Okay.
it clears its throat, and then it takes a step back, and then it takes another step back, and it bends. This is the tallest motherfucker that you have ever witnessed, not to mention widest. The one green eye that is shown, beautiful color. But the way that it looks at you makes you feel like you're flayed and naked.
What the movie style?
Sorry, sir. There was just an accident with the film. If you give me just a few minutes, I'll get it back up and running. I'm happy to give you a complimentary ticket for a different show, so that to make up for your wasted time.
Greasy, slightly wavy hair frames these hulking shoulders, huge muscles that almost feel gorilla-like in power and strength. You see the huge blunted fingers twitch, and that eye rove around the dark interior, and you have the succinct feeling that this man can see everything as if it were as bright as day in this dark little room. His eye lingers on the melted film reel in your hand, and he just makes this, gives you a nod, then turns, and for as big as he is, he makes no sound.
I'm pretty sure Emery, he lets out a breath like he was holding it after replying. He was holding his breath to wait for whatever reply was coming. And when the gentleman turns to leave, I think he finally, oh, this is a big guy. And then he will move to begin to repair the film. He's got a splicing tool that he lays the film in. He cuts it where it has melted, and then he has a special film tape that he uses to mend the film back together. And he will get it carefully set back on the platter, make sure everything is streaming properly from roll to roll, and hope that nothing breaks again.
This is where we're going to meanwhile. I'm going to meanwhile across town. Okay, Dahlia. So next door, just a few shops down, next door, Dahlia. It is a weekend, evening. You're closing shop. Sprout is passed out behind a row of books. Could you please describe Dahlia, what she looks like, and her shop environment in which she is closing right now.
Dahlia is a 5'6" mixed woman. She is mixed African American and Indian. She has dark curly hair and a lot of plant-based tattoos over her body. On her arms mostly, she has vines covering them. She's in her little tea shop. It's a pretty cozy area, a lot of warm lighting, a lot of plants hanging from the ceiling and just around the shop. She's probably wiping down some tables, cleaning up any leftover teacups and stuff. Just kind of overall, I guess, cleaning her shop, making sure that the door gets locked, the closed sign gets flipped over. And there's just this little black and white Maine Coon looking cat asleep in the corner.
Sprout suddenly lifts his head, and his ears perk back, and then forward. He's looking through the glass let-in window, and he chirps, which is what he usually does when he greets anyone who comes into the shop, but especially anyone who comes in for the book club.
What day of the week is it?
Weekend, so it's either Saturday or Sunday.
I'll probably walk over to him, pet him, like, not today, Sprout. We're closed. Book club's tomorrow. It's okay.
And then his tail lifts, and he hops down from the bookshelf, knocking several books down, and he moves over to the window.
She'll look out the window to see what he sees.
Nothing. You see the empty street, save for the usual tourist or collab of friends, slightly tipsy bar crawling. Roll a wits and awareness for me, Dahlia.
And one onk and then another onk with 2 stars next to it.
Okay, so that's just 2 successes. There is an alleyway just off to the right across the street. And it is a very frequent place for people to, in drunken stupors, hide and piss. And by hide, it's only hide from public view to piss or throw up with some amnesty. But higher than a normal human would stand, you see nocturnal eyes that flash in a reflection as a moped drives between you and whatever that thing is. And your cat chirps.
Sprout, you cannot be friends with everything you see. And she's gonna just slowly close the window shades.
You hear the bell in the back ring. Ding, 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 ding. This is usually when deliveries are made. The delivery driver rings, takes a complimentary water bottle that you usually leave out for them in that mudroom in the very back.
She'll walk to the mudroom. See if there's a delivery.
There's a box.
She'll just pick up the box and take it over to her tea counter and open it to start
Small.
unpacking what she believes is tea.
It's small, plain. There is only one cellophane wrapped tea bag. Underneath it in the packaging, loose leaf tea, but it's already been packed into a stainless steel ball, the kind that you hang over the side of your mug. There is no address. There is just, when you fold the top of the little brown box down, just your name. Dahlia Grimm.
She's going to open the little ball to see what kind of tea it is?
You open the little ball. You find flecks, little slivers of pale, bleached, almost like paint flecks. Tiny. You recognize some lavender. You recognize the chamomile. Some of the other red crushed pieces of flora you don't recognize, and the scent, intoxicating, spicy, but sweet.
She's going to probably just pull out her phone. Does she have a phone? Is that a thing in this time?
Modern day.
Cool. Yeah, she's gonna take her phone out and start Googling what the red leaves could be.
Nothing
Because
comes
at
up
this
in
point,
Google, even when you do the photo.
That's
And your cat is still meow, meow at the window. And then he hops down off of the little shelf because you've closed the curtains in the front, but you hear him at the scratch pad by the front door, scratching and meowing. Meow.
I don't know the right.
Meow.
peek out the front door to see if somebody's there.
Okay, you walk from the mudroom back to the front door. Do you have a peephole? Do you have a window?
I would say she really just like pulls the blinds to the side a little bit and just like looks.
Okay, window on the door or window beside the door?
Window on the door. Like, you know those little windows that have like little square windows, a little grid?
Yes.
Like towards the top, and then the rest of it's just door.
Roll a wits and awareness for me, please.
2.
2 successes. There is another nondescript little brown box on your front step on the welcome mat.
Okay. What time is it?
Late.
Like kidnapping time late? Like she'd be like, wow, this isn't the neighborhood to walk out at midnight around.
Not quite midnight.
Okay.
Between 9 and 10 o'clock.
It's an appropriate side, I feel like. All right. She's gonna unlock the door and get the package and then look left and right, see if she sees somebody.
You see a couple
then-
of young people and in preparation for the upcoming Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday. They're just drunk and loud. Probably here on vacation. You see the haunted beer crawl, where essentially a tour guide carrying a lamp takes people to haunted locations all throughout this side of the city.
She's just gonna pop back into her shop and lock the door again. And she will take this box also to the tea counter and see what's in this one.
Okay, you pop it open again. Same handwriting. Dahlia Grimm. No return address, nothing. And when you pop it open, different tea bag and different loose leaf tea. Just waiting in cellophane and packaging.
Does she know what kind of tea this is?
You've never seen it before, and it has the same red leaves. And then the phone rings.
She
And
jumps.
it is your landline, that old as shit that came with the building phone that you didn't even know had connection. It's never rang before, and you've never used it.
What in the hell?
That's
I'm gonna go walk over to him and be like, and just cautiously pick it up. Sprouts Apothecary, how can I help you? Excuse me?
I said,
No? Who is this? What? I'm not trying random tea. God knows where. Why would I do that? Who are you?
You like games?
No, not
What
this
about
one.
gambling?
The gambling? I'm not much of a gambler.
If we leave, we want to go to business together.
Are you telling me you're trying to sell tea at my shop?
I know Emery. Cool guy. But it was a little shy, you see.
Okay. I'm sorry about your face. Shit. I'll talk to Emery and maybe we'll figure out this whole tea business, but I really gotta go.
The line goes dead.
She hangs. Like, she puts the phone down. She's like, what in the hell happened?
Your cat, Sprout, is now on the tea counter, rubbing his face on the box.
He's gonna pack up the tea and keep it away from him, and probably also just take the box away and be like, I'm sorry, Sprout, you can't have that. I don't know where this came from, but maybe we just shouldn't touch it right now.
You hear a crunching,
Sprout, I said don't touch it.
and the ball that you've already opened up, seems like he's already taken a big bite out of it and rubbed his face all over it.
He's like hurriedly packing it up. Sprout, I swear to God, if you die because some fucking weird ass stranger left us tea and you decided to eat it because you have no survival skills because you eat food all the time and that's why you're so fat, we're gonna have a problem.
He blinks at you myopically, as if he's not entirely sure what you're saying, but he sure is happy that you're talking to him.
You're fucking high as shit.
And then he begins to
Thanks.
chew on the box, puncturing holes with his sharp, pointy little teeth.
Get a cat, they said it would be so nice. It'd be so easy. They lied. Whoever they are, they lied. She's gonna take the box, put the boxes in the mudroom, put the teas in a drawer, and just carry Sprout back to upstairs to their apartment, their home, whatever it may be, upstairs.
Do you usually lock your apartment?
Yes.
It is unlocked when you get to it.
The hell? She's gonna rush back down the Sprout. She's going to grab her pepper spray, her only defense that she has right now, and then she's gonna walk back up very cautiously.
It's quiet. But this time, when you get to the top of the stairs in that little hallway that leads down to the door that opens into your apartment door is open. Just a few inches. And you hear the landline, the old landline, ring again.
Like the one downstairs?
Yes.
Did she see anybody go towards her apartment during the day?
No. Not that you recall, not with what she's rolled. The phone hangs up, and then it starts ringing all over again. This time it sounds just a little bit different.
She'll go and pick it up, and she'll be like, I don't know how you got this number, but it's the wrong number. I'm sorry, this phone's not even supposed to be working.
You hear breathing on the other end.
whoever this is, I'm sorry, but you have the wrong number. I hope you find who you're looking for. And then she'll go to hang up the phone.
Okay. There's an unfathomable sound as you are pulling the receiver away from your ear and headed towards the cradle. I need you to roll a wits and awareness, please.
Oh, yes. I got 3.
The sound sounds like some kind of animal, like some kind of creature.
What the hell? I do not have time for this right now. I swear to God, please stop prank calling me. Goodbye. And she'll just hang up.
Okay.
And she'll once again cautiously go upstairs with her pepper spray in hand and start searching her apartment.
Okay. You get to the top of the landing of the stairs. Your apartment door is completely open.
Is Sprout still downstairs?
Unless you set him down, he's still in your arms.
Oh, okay. She's just. What is the? She's gonna just walk downstairs, very carefully watching the upstairs, and she's gonna call the police from her cell phone, not the landline. That shit's haunted.
You rush downstairs and you're going to call the police?
Absolutely.
Okay. What do you say to the police?
I think somebody's broken into my home. If you could come check it out, I would greatly appreciate that.
The direction they give you is stay on the line, and is there anywhere safe that you can go right now? Your first thought, a couple doors down to Emery. That's the first thought that you have.
She'll tell them, she'll be like, I'm gonna head to the Midnight Theater where my friend works, and I will stay on the line.
Okay. And this is where we, meanwhile, I'm assuming you're taking Sprout. Question is he in his carrier, his backpack, or are you hooking him up to his leash?
He's in his carrier because he's high.
Okay. He keeps pacing. And as you get the carrier out from underneath the tea counter, it's easy to grab a hold of him when he has like vet things, because he's usually always downstairs. So you keep the carrier downstairs. With that being said, as you go to leave, the last thing that you see on the tea counter is your favorite mug with the steel ball steeped inside steaming hot water, as if someone has just made you tea.
She's going to take a picture of it while she's on the phone, and she's just going to tell the dispatcher, I think somebody's been in my shop. I think someone's messing with me. There's a freshly brewed cup of mystery tea that was shipped to me on my counter that I did not brew. I'm not going to touch it. I took a picture. Do with that what you
Units are on their way. Units are on their way. Do you need fire and safety?
I need safety. I don't need the fire people. There's no fire at this house.
All right. I'm dispatching an ambulance now. You just get where you're safe, and then you stay on the line, ma'am. You stay on the line.
Okay.
And then as Dahlia starts moving away with carrier and Sprout in carrier, Sprout turns to look back at that alleyway and chirps. He sees a companion that he enjoys, someone that he wants to greet. But when you glance over your shoulder, there is no one.
Sprout, I don't know what the hell you see in the alley, but if it is a ghost, we are not saying hi to the ghost right now. We're going to go say hi to Emery. Please, Jesus Christ.
You're asked to recite your address and to walk the dispatcher through everything once again, and we meanwhile. Jean, I need you to describe yourself, please.
Jean is a fairly athletic individual. I would say when it comes to like build, kind of like a lightweight boxer. In terms of stature, around 6'2", 220 pounds. He's already begun to gray with like light blue eyes.
And where are you currently? Can you please describe the hotel room?
The hotel room is it's pretty extravagant, actually. It's really immaculate. You'd have to pay top dollar for this suite. There's like a king size bed, probably California king at this point. Very nice, lavish bedding. Very spacious as a whole. Bathroom would have like probably two sinks that are very, very garish. And when it comes to the bathroom, it itself would be big enough for like maybe 2-3 people, especially if you were to bathe in the tub. There's obviously very nice curtains, so on and so forth. So it's just very nice. It's very, very immaculate.
You are exhausted. Your company has just recently left. And they have left you fucked, sucked, and strung out. But in the best way. Your muscles ache, especially your thighs. And when you close your eyes and lean back on the bedding, you can remember the smooth expanse, the very top V of their buttocks, and the 2 dimples on either side that led up this gorgeous back, only marred on the shoulder a little bit by some scarring. Thin, tall, and so wickedly androgynous. Your company has this talent. There's no real polite way to say it. Their hands, strong and long like pianist hands, in combination with their mouth, rocks you like a symphony. Everything started 3 hours ago, after you got off work and you received a text message with a cute selfie. All you got in the selfie were bare thighs and knees. I miss you. And then one thing led to another, and you were making the reservation, even though tonight there wasn't supposed to be one. But B got off work and said they'd like to meet. And so you met them. And it started off in the showers with B on their knees. Jean, it's this lingering dizziness cropping up again, which isn't always consistent with your intimate times with B. It isn't. But sometimes it's a vagrant that follows through behind the trail of ecstasy. I'd like you to roll an intelligence and medicine.
3 successes.
Based on your profession, you would say maybe you were a little deficient, in need of some calories, sugar, a little, to get this dizziness going. Maybe you didn't have enough water today. That's the feeling. My second question for you, since we've started this scene, does B usually sleep over with you?
I would say usually yes. They would like to sleep over, but if they decided to, for once, just, take off, after fun times, and by all means, they could do whatever they want. Gene doesn't, he doesn't own them. He doesn't command them. He treats them with respect.
Roll me a wits and awareness.
Another 3.
It is unusual. B usually always sleeps over. B also usually always eats with you. There's always some kind of deep, feeling, a casual back and forth, but today there was almost a frantic nature. The orgasms were excellent like usual, but there was an anxiety from them all. In fact, usually B is a geyser. Nasty little creature. Today, you had a difficult time reaching that zenith. But it's hard to recognize that in the midst of all of the passions this young androgynous brings to the forefront for you. It's almost like a drug, Jean. And it's only now that you're recognizing, and there's a bit of a guilt in your heart of shit. The young androgynous serviced you well over 4 or 5 times, but you were only to return 1. And so this feeling to maybe text them, to check on them, it filters to the forefront of your mind. A draught of care and concern, but there's something underneath it. You don't know what B does per profession, but you know that it is something keeps them up late. They rest when the sun rises. They rise late in the evening. And thus is their cycle. You know that currently, according to B, you are their only lover. But you wonder if maybe that isn't true. Or you wonder if maybe B is in some kind of different trouble. Because when you look about the room, I would like you to roll a wits and awareness.
Apparently 3's my number today, so 3.
B left their bag. Usually B always brings a backpack with them wherever they go. And there's sometimes certain toys that are brought into the pleasure play that B brings, things to try. Today was no different, but the backpack, regardless, is there. The fact that B took the time to shower, dress, and then leave, but forgot the bag, definitely means that there is something going on with B. And that feeling to text them, that natural human instinct to care, rises again, but it's followed by some kind of dark passenger. What do you do?
Noticing the bag, he's not going to look in it because that's a violation of privacy. He's going to reach for his phone and message B, which is just B in his phone. And the text message will say, I hope you're doing well tonight, my dear, but you left your bag and I had a feeling you didn't mean to do that, so I could bring it to you if you like. We could meet somewhere, maybe get a coffee. How about that, darling?
There is a ringing from B's bag. What do you do?
He's going to kind of look bewildered, just continue to let it ring.
It keeps going.
And God damn it. He's going to open the bag and reach for the phone, but he's not going to look at the contents in the bag.
You feel something metal and heavy, something leather and long. And finally, out of the very, very bottom, you pull out a very old flip phone, and it's still ringing. Do you answer it?
Sure. Curiosity killed the doctor. I apologize. They done left their phone here, and I can bring this to them, and you could can I relay a message if I find them? Just call me G.
It hangs up. Whoever it was.
What a strange fella. He's gonna close the flip phone, put it back in the bag, zip it up.
Okay. As you do so, you catch a glimpse of something in the bottom of the bag. The shaft of it is black, and it's metal. And it is not a toy. And it leaves your stomach curling, but you could pretend you didn't see it. You could pretend. As you zip up the bag, and you sit with the realization that there is a firearm waiting at the bottom like an unspoken threat.
He's gonna zip the bag. He didn't see it. If it's there, it's there. He didn't see the piece. He's just gonna say to himself, it's none of my business and none of my business.
There's a knock on the hotel room door.
He's going to get up and move with purpose to the door. But he's not going to open it. He's going to look through the people.
You look through the people and you see nothing.
I'll pay top dollar for this hotel, and people going to prank me. It's too late for this shit. God damn.
You hear the shower turn on in the big in-suite.
His training from his father is going to kick in like a fight or flight response to that. Is there like a some sort of like candle holder or something like candelabra?
Oh yeah. There's a freestanding lamp. You can pull the cord out of the wall, grab it.
He's going to unplug the lamp.
Okay.
He's going to put the shaft of the lamp in his hand, and then he's going to wrap the cord around his right arm, kind of like a means if it falls to his side, he could just kind of pull it back to him.
Roll the wits and awareness.
Just wrapped around his. Okay. 6.
It doesn't sound or feel like anyone is in the hotel room other than you. And as you move around the corner, because this is the kind of in-suite that you just walk into, there's no door, just huge, massive tiles that look expensive and high sheen all through this restroom, which is almost as large as the room itself, and the glass that covers the shower is completely fogged over. So fogged, it's obscured. You don't see the outline of anyone in the shower. There's overhead lighting. You should be able to see it, but you see nothing. Looks clear.
Since we are gifted individuals and we were given a discipline, what about with sense the unseen?
You can use that. It's more of an unconscious thing that your character does, but you as the player can activate it. For Gene, it's just a sixth sense that he's always had. Something he was born with.
Okay. Regardless, he's going to approach with the lamp raised and his other arm kind of there as a means to block. Kind of like a boxer would have his hand up to be ready to defend.
Okay. Slide it open. There's no one inside.
As his whole body was just really tensed up, like adrenaline going, his shoulders tensed. He's gonna let them drop. Heave of a sigh. Oh. And is the water running? I forgot to.
Yes.
I forgot.
Scalding
He's going to.
heat.
He's gonna reach over and turn off the water.
Okay.
Hold to tell management about that. That's real strange.
You hear from B's bag.
He's going to speed walk over to the bag, grab the phone, just reach in. What?
The voice is different this time. A little frightening, actually. And then it hangs up.
This is some bullshit. Gonna put the phone back in, zip it up, and then begin to get dressed.
Where do you dress?
His clothing's draped over a chair, so he would. He knows he doesn't have to do it, but he would make the bed and grab his clothing and dress on the bed itself.
Wits and awareness.
Uh, 4?
B's bag is completely gone. When you turn back around. Like it never was.
You know what? At this point, as he's putting on his shirt, I'm just gonna go. This is ridiculous. I don't know what the hell's going on. There's someone there. Someone playing a goddamn joke.
There's no answer.
Damn you to hell. He's gonna once he's done getting dressed, he's gonna grab his wallet, his keys, his jacket, and he's gonna make his way to the hallway, to the elevator.
Okay, as you...
After he grabs all those things. A duffel bag, because he was gonna stay the night, but now he's not.
Okay, so you remove any remnant of yourself from the hotel room.
Correct, yeah. Anything that was mine, he meticulously looks for and, grabs to make sure there's nothing left behind.
The last thing that you find is a little necklace that ends on a medallion in the bathroom, left on the counter by the sink.
All the bullshit I've had to deal with, I'm taking this with me. Fuck you. If there's a camera here, and he points to like a random corner, fuck you.
Okay. It's warm to the touch, but that's probably because it was warm in here just a moment ago. And regardless, you make your way to the elevator. And you see the elevator, before you've even pressed it, is on its way to you. On the 13th floor.
He's just going to casually wait as it, comes up. He still hits the button regardless. If it's, going to stop, he doesn't know.
Okay. The elevator dings, and it waits. And you hear from the inside, muted, because the elevator doors has not opened yet. I need you to roll resist frenzy as the elevator doors then open.
Is that 1 or 2/3 of humanity?
1/3 humanity and all your current willpower.
Okay. 3 successes. But like I said, 3 is my number.
For just a moment, there is a creature standing in the interior. and it is dark inside the elevator. There's no lights. And the flash of eyes that you see are unfathomable hits. And as quick as the creature was there, this hulking figure, it's gone.
He's gonna stand there like befuddled. Also somewhat like scared, horrified, because he's never seen anything like that. So there's gonna be this audible like
What'd you get on that check?
gasp. I got 4.
Okay.
I mean 3, sorry, 3. 3's my number.
Okay, 3 is your number. You are horrified. The anxiety is hot and thick, running underneath your skin. Like if you needed to relieve yourself, absolutely your bladder would have already. You are completely terrified. There is an emergency staircase close. Or you could get into the elevator. Choice is yours.
I think a little bit of a walk is fine. He's gonna grab his water bottle out of his bag. Yeah, a little bit of a walk. Yeah, little bit of a walk is fine.
Okay, you turn.
Yeah, just
You start walking. You push open the emergency door and you start the descent down. And overhead, there's a buzzing sound from all of the lights that are set at each landing, at every floor. And then you hear footsteps behind you coming down from the upper floor.
if this is some sort of fucking joke, I'm over it, all right? Like, I'm done. Just come the fuck out.
Unimaginable sounds, like growls, heavy breathing. But when you turn, there's no one.
At this point, like, he's spooked as fuck. Like, he's at his wit's end, and it's just like a dash down the stairs. Like, he's just like skipping steps if he can. He's just going at this point. Be damned.
I need you to roll a dexterity and athletics, please.
3.
You end up tripping in the lobby and sliding a little bit. No one sees you because it's the part of the lobby that's behind the emergency exit. Once you get to the very bottom of the stairs, there's a doorway that leads into the lobby, but you slide. You take 1 point of superficial damage, and then you get to your feet, a little groan, and fuck. Push open the door. You're out into the lobby, and the entire feeling changes now that you're in and among people. In fact, it almost feels normal.
At that point, you know, like, adrenaline's going. He's just like, I don't know what's going on, but I ain't sticking around to find out. And he's gonna go up to the receptionist.
She looks at you with steady, crystal clear eyes. The blue of them is so pale that you could almost call them gray. How can I help you?
I don't know what y'all are doing in this hotel. If you'd like to prank your customers, I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying the water was running scalding hot. It's spooky. I don't. Is this like prank a customer day? Like, do y'all have like some, like, oh, let's pick the fella that just seems like a laugh to spook or scare? Because I'm telling you right now, hearts are pumping.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I can send somebody up right now to take a look at your shower if it's scalding you. It's not a problem.
No. It turned on its own. That's the problem.
Oh, can you tell me what your room number is, please, and your reservation, and I'll get someone on that right away.
Room 111. No, sorry, 413. I'm sorry.
Oh, for floor 13th room, you got it. Give me just 1 second. She picks up a receiver. A landline. Speaks into it. It's only a minute or two. When she hangs up, she says, someone's already on their way.
Listen, I'm not trying to get, I'm not, I know I seem hysterical or a little crazed or frazzled, but I'm telling you, something wasn't right about that room.
Did you want to try and maybe change your room? We could do that. We could alter your reservation.
Listen, I don't, you can keep my money. I'm just going to go home. I'm going to go to my bed. I'm going to go find my cat, and we're going to go have ourselves an evening to sleep.
She just blankly gazes at you like she can't believe that you're leaving this 5-star hotel. All right, then I'll check you out, sir.
Thank you. I would just rather go home. I appreciate the hospitality and the room service, but I would rather be home.
Have a good night.
Good night, and God bless to you.
And that's where we're going to meanwhile. And Lalo, can you please describe what your character looks like?
So, Lalo stands at about 5'10". He has light tan skin. He had a very blunt, almost Hime cut kind of hairstyle with a little Jedi braid in the back. His eyes are like a cyan color, and his hair goes from a dark midnight blue to a bright cyan. He's typically very well dressed, not overly dressed, just the kind that you would see anyone wearing, I guess, taking like a train or a bus or something like that.
And on a weekend, in between the hours of 9 and 10 p.m., where would Lalo be? This is early February as well.
You said 9 or 10 p.m.?
Yes.
He would probably be at home.
So, do you have roommates?
Yes, he has two. And they're his college friends, Sky and Chandler.
Both Sky and Chandler are out.
Okay.
Chandler is taking a very, very late class that gets out at 10:30 p.m. And Sky is working. So it's just you. What would Lalo be doing to pass the time?
He would probably be getting his homework in order and preparing for the classes for the following day.
You got a desk in your room?
Yes.
You're about an hour and a half, 2 hours into studying, when you feel your stomach let out a pang, like it's hungry. The call of the fridge to gather a snack is strong. What do?
Without a second thought, he's very used to being alone. He gets up and he would walk himself to the kitchen to find himself a snack.
Okay, first roll for Lalo. I need a wits and awareness.
Okay, I have 3 successes and 3 failures.
Okay. You open the fridge. The second that you get it open, and you bend down to grab a hold of a favorite snack or just something that maybe has a little bit more nutritional value, you hear something behind you, and it's muffled, like the noise is coming from inside the cupboard above the stove. And it sounds kind of like this. What do you do?
As Lalo is reaching for his favorite snack in the fridge, once he hears the sound, he freezes. And he wasn't exactly sure what he heard. He tried to logic his way out of it by saying it was a mouse or something, but then he had to re-logic himself out of it, being like, what mouse would sound like that? And then as he starts to quietly panic, his chest starts breathing deeply in and out. So he very slowly puts the food down and stands up, and he turns to look at the direction the noise came from.
At the same moment that you look at the cupboard, and it's the tiny one above the stove, right? Like, there's like some old booze that, you know, Sky has put in there, and like maybe some batteries and a flashlight that Chandler put in there, but nothing else is going to fit in there. But at the same moment that you're looking at it and you're thinking, do I fucking open that? There's a knock on the door. What do you do?
As Lalo is frozen staring at the cupboard, once he hears the knock, it jolts him a little bit, and thinking it might have been some sort of prank that one of the two boys potentially put on him. He's hoping. He turns and goes to answer the door.
You just open the door?
He would look through the peephole first.
You don't see anybody.
So then he would chain the door and then open it to peek.
There's a tiny brown box. And it looks like it's got a large circular stamp on it. It's a little bit dirty, like it's been through the mail and seen a little bit of the USPS war side that is shipping small packages.
He would shut the door, unchain it, and very slowly reopen the door so he can look at the package closer.
There's this symbol that looks very apothecary. The name Sprouts Apothecary features in the big middle sticker and written in almost like brick writing is the best way to describe it. It looks like somebody took one of those wide tipped Sharpies and wrote Lalo.
He would bend down and pick up the package and take it back inside with him.
You reach
But
in.
is very skeptical.
You reach in the door.
Mm.
You lock it. Okay. Looks like some kind of odd gift.
As he holds the package in his hands, he's arching his eyebrow and squinting at it a little bit. And he's turning the box in all sorts of directions to really inspect it.
It is a little package. Like it's like maybe like a 5x5 little square. It's kind of cute and fancy. One of the sides has like a scuff and furring on the cardboard, like someone ripped a sticker off of it. A pretty large sticker, actually.
He would take it back to his desk and put it on his desk next to his keyboard, and then slowly open the box.
Your computer's turned off. And all of your books that you had left open are now closed.
Oh. He's so focused on this mysterious package, I don't think he would notice as much about his surroundings.
Okay.
Or at least the books.
Okay. So he notices the computer and is like, okay, maybe it's just asleep because he hasn't tried it yet.
Mhm.
But he pops open the package and it's filled with crinkled paper, cut thin like stuffing. And it's a sample pack of tea. All loose leaf. And all in flavors you enjoy.
Very confused, he would take out the teas one by one to inspect them, just to, I guess, to make sure like what kind of flavors they had, and then question if he might have ordered a sample without realizing it.
When you look at the package again, there's no shipping address, just your name, which is odd. The label is Sprouts Apothecary. Do you go to turn on your computer to research it?
Yes.
That's when you discover your computer's off.
So he starts clicking the mouse bar to trying to wake up his computer, and when nothing happens, he starts inspecting his computer and then realizes the tower's off. And then is a little weirded out by that, but then his attention was kind of ripped away from the computer and was staring at the cabinet in the kitchen again, or thinking about it at least.
As you think about the cabinet in your hands, do you still have the little box with tea, or did you set that off to the side?
He set it off to the side.
Okay. As your gaze swings around to look at your doorway to the kitchen, and you consider it, you hear your computer boot back up.
His attention is ripped again from the thoughts of the cabinet and back to his computer. So he thought maybe it was a fluke.
You see something as the screen is on and it's kind of got a shade of gray. And in the clearly turned on screen, it's still black, but it's got a sheen. And you squint. I need you to roll another wits and awareness.
I got, again, 3 successes and 3 failures.
3 is it. But you see the impression of a figure. Masculine. Etched. Wings. And it's there just lingering on the screen.
Lalo would take his mouse and hover over the face and try and click on it.
You hear somewhere in the house.
Again, he jumps a little bit from the noise and immediately gets up to go answer the phone.
You've never known your apartment with the boys to have a landline. You get out into the living room and the ringing stops. And the lights in the kitchen are off.
Once he enters the room and the phone ringing stops, he freezes and slowly takes a look around the room. And then he looks back at the kitchen that is completely shrouded in darkness. And I would assume he has his phone in his back pocket, so he whips out his phone to text his friends to see when they're coming home.
Immediately, you get a message back from your friend who's in class. Getting on the bus now. I'll be there in 15. Other friend that hasn't even seen it yet in the group chat.
So Lalo would swallow the lump that has been forming in his throat, and his chest has been tightening from the anxiety he's feeling. For some reason, he doesn't feel comfortable being alone this evening. So he would go back to his room, very quietly shut the door, and lock it.
There is a comfort that comes as the lock slides into place. But as you turn, it is quickly replaced with more anxiety, because flickering on the screen is the front page of the website for Sprouts Apothecary. And typed in a little black text box off to the corner of your screen says, "I hope you enjoy the tea."
He would quickly run back to his desk and trying to click off of the website. He had already planned on throwing away the box of teas because now he's extremely skeptical.
Okay, you throw them in the bin in your room.
Yes.
They linger there like a stone, begging for attention. Your eyes keep flicking to them. You've got 10 more minutes. What do you do?
He goes over to the wall that his computer is plugged into and rips out the cord.
Immediately shuts off.
Once the computer shuts off, he takes one of his little throw couch blankets and puts it over the computer screen so that it wouldn't freak him out anymore for the rest of the evening, at least. And he takes a step back, hoping with the box in the bin and his computer completely off that everything would calm down.
Nothing happens. It's quiet.
He wants to laugh at how ridiculous he's being, but nothing comes out. So instead he runs a hand through his hair, the part of his hair that's covering his other eye. And he collapses on the edge of his bed with almost putting his head in his hands. He's very confused by everything that is happening. And so he's just chalking it up to, like, maybe he's seen one too many horror movies or listened to one many true crime podcasts. So he's like being paranoid.
Roll me one final wits and awareness.
7 successes and 1 failure.
You hear the moment Chandler's key enters the lock. At
He
least you
immediately
pray that it's Chan.
Mhm.
Do you wait till you hear him come inside and move around, or do you go check immediately?
He immediately shoots his head up to the direction of the noise, and he stands up, unlocks his door, and practically bolts out of his room to meet what he assumes to be his friend at the door.
Okay, you try to meet him at the door. And as you pull it open, he jumps and is like, "Oh, wow. It was scary."
He sighs and takes a deep breath, and he says, "Oh, Chandler, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God you're home."
Whoa. Where's the fire? What happened? He comes in,
He
drops his
clears-
bag, turns around, closes the door, relocks it, rechains it.
He clears his throat, and he shakily points to the kitchen. He's like, Can you please go check the cabinet above the stove?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's carrying something as he comes in. After he throws his backpack down, you see that he's just got it casually down by his hip. And he's like, "Man, class fucking sucks. I feel so stupid. Like, just uber dumb." And he
He
opens
laughs a little bit.
opens the cupboard. Old bottle of wine, new bottle of whiskey, flashlight, batteries. "Do you need something up here?"
At this point, Lalo is hiding behind him, looking just a little timid.
Did something happen? Like, did Sky's ex come over again?
Lalo shakes his head no, and
Oh.
he points again to the cabinet. I thought I heard something up there.
Oh, yeah. Was it like a weird, rattling sound?
No. It sounded like growling?
Does the neighbor have a dog?
Chandler,
Yeah.
be honest with me. Do you think a dog could fit up there?
I mean, if it's a small dog, yeah.
He straightens his back a little bit and, feeling a little foolish for being paranoid, he again clears his throat and says, No, I think it was just my imagination.
Are you okay? You're really freaked out. And he sets down this little box. He grabs a butter knife and he pops it open, and pulls down a mug.
Lalo looks up and says, What do you have there?
"Oh, I found this in my locker. Someone surprised me with some tea. I want to say it's Vanessa, but it might be Brittany. And if it is, I'm definitely going to ask her to Mardi Gras."
As soon as Lalo hears him finish the sentence, his eyes go wide a little bit, and he practically rips a box from him to
Whoa.
inspect it.
Okay, before you grab it away, he's like, "Oh my God, marshmallow tea, that's my fucking favorite." And then you grab it and he's like, "Hey, get your own.
Lalo,
If Brittany or Vanessa or Rebecca or Jessica got that for me, it's mine. It's mine."
For me, the Chan man. Lalo, the Chan man.
Lalo cuts him off. He's like, shush, no, what? Don't never call yourself that again.
What do you mean? It is confirmed Chan is a virgin. He's never even held hands. He's a little bit of a husky guy. Average looking. On the heavier side. Bit of a neck beard. Just because it doesn't grow in all the way. But he's trying. He's trying his best.
Lalo puts up one, like using his forearm to keep his friend behind him as he's inspecting the box again.
What?
And
Dude, hold on. What do you... Same as you. Has his name in like marker, Chandler. But the text is different. It's not like a big brick. It's like the handwriting looks more feminine. Let's put it that way. Dave, are you jealous? I don't even think... I thought you liked dudes. Come on. If you like girls too, I'm not fucked, which is exactly what I'm trying to be a little bit. I mean, at least... I just want to... At least hand holding, dude. Okay? Like just a little bit. Like maybe just our fingers intertwined. And he does it in front of you like this. Like, oh, man. And her hand's a little smaller than mine. Oh, be still my heart. Is there a note inside?
Lalo just looks at him, just deadpan, like absolutely done with him. Just
what?
He says, no, wait 1 second. Also, my sexuality has nothing to do with what's happening right now.
Well, I mean, that's valid, but if you swung the way of girls, you're so pretty and handsome, and nobody's ever gonna love me.
Chandler, no, why?
What do you mean?
No.
Look at me. You and Sky are just like...
I know at least there's one woman that loves you. One.
If you say my mom, I'm gonna cry right now.
And with that, Lalo says nothing and goes back to his room so he can retrieve the box he had.
Son of a bitch. Chan goes to the fridge, starts rifling around, and is like, oh, that's fucking weird.
Lalo calls from the other room. He's like, what's weird?
Science experiment in Sky's lunchbox. Do you want me to bring it to you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, as he comes in, he's holding it, and he says, so as soon as you're done bomb checking my gift from my future wife, take a look at this. It looks like a gelatinous wrap
Lalo,
inside a glass Tupperware. Pretty gross and realistic, huh? Fucking horror film freak.
Lalo puts down the box of teas again back on his desk with his box of tea sets in the bin still. Before he can get to it, he turns back to Chandler to inspect what he's holding.
Oh yeah, he's thrown it on your bed. Like, here, look at this. Toss. And it's bounced. And then he's turned around and is like, yeah, it's fucking gross. And then he just turns around and goes to the kitchen. The man has... Tact is not his highest score, clearly. Because he's shouting through the house as he's trying to have this conversation. I need you to roll an intelligence and a wits when you go over to the glass container. It does belong to Sky because it's Sky's favorite color, which is this very soft purple. At least the latches are, and then everything else is glass.
Let me see. 6.
You don't think this is candy? It is gelatinous looking, but you have a feeling that if you open this, it's going to reek.
Lalo's a bit annoyed that Chandler just kind of tossed it on his bed, so he picks it up again after inspecting it and pretty much confirming with himself that this is not candy or edible. Should be digested in any way, shape, or form.
It looks almost like an actual rat that has been skinned and left to bloat in water and then dyed with food coloring.
He takes the mysterious science fair project and goes back into the kitchen as he starts talking to Chandler again. Saying,
Chandler's just eating marshmallows while he's waiting for something to heat up in the microwave.
Lalo hasn't moved his eyes from the mysterious item in his hands And he walks back into the kitchen and says, "Do you think Sky was working on something? What is this?"
I mean, it kind of looks like his lunch spoiled.
You think this looks edible?
I mean, yeah, kind of, I guess. Can I have my tea back?
No, what I'm saying is something weird is happening. Do you not like here? Let me go grab it. He puts the mysterious package in the sink because he doesn't feel it is sanitary enough to be on the counter. Puts it in the sink, and then goes back to his room to get both his tea box and Chandler's tea box and brings them back into the kitchen.
Okay. So
Do you not see that I also got one?
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. You know what? She probably gave me one because I'm your roommate. She felt bad. Oh.
Oh. No.
When you catch a glimpse of the glass Tupperware, it is just a moldy bologna sandwich now.
He's holding the box in his hands. He's glancing at the sink and then quickly shoves the boxes into Chandler's hands and says, "Here, hold this." And he goes back to the sink.
Chandler's just kind of muttering to himself,
And he's like, oh, no, they're kind of different. Mine's got a shipping label. Yours doesn't. You got the knockoff. Damn it, she's like scribbled out her name and her address. Too bad I'm not a stalker or something, huh? You figure it out.
Lalo gives Chandler his little pity laugh, just and goes back. And once he gets to the sink, he's picking up the item and re-inspecting it because he was very sure of what he saw in the box.
yeah, it's a moldy bologna sandwich. A little fuzzy on top. Looks like it needs to visit a barber shop.
Lalo grimaces and walks over to the trash can and goes, "Ugh," and then throws it in the trash. Tupperware and all.
Chandler has already pulled down a mug, and he's like getting out a marshmallow flavored tea bag and like putting it in his mug and filling it up with water, and then just puts tea bag and mug, all of it, in the microwave like a degenerate. Beep, beep, beep.
Tell me you did not just nuke that.
I did not just nuke it.
Oh, this is why you're in school.
What do you mean?
He, Lalo pinches the bridge of his nose as he furrows his brows together and his eyes are closed, and he just says, Why do the gods hate me?
How am I supposed to do this?
Chandler, you boil water.
I am.
Beep,
No.
beep, beep.
Right there. What do you mean?
Lalo takes a deep breath and just, you are the reason. You are the reason I have to take ibuprofen.
Oh, damn, good. Because I thought you were going to say I'm your 13th reason, and I was about to be offended.
No. I would not. If I would have, it would have happened sooner.
Beep. Yeah. And he pulls out his mug, and he's like, hell yeah. Do I put anything in it? How long do I leave this in there?
Lalo just stares him up and down, just as if he was a very, very dumb dog, and he's just, I don't know. Figure it out.
What?
You're a big boy.
What do you... It's not all about how skinny we are. And he looks down his belly, which is a little bit there, you know.
What?
And then
What
he
does that
grabs his
have to
belly and
do?
he's like, don't worry, my little jelly tummy. We're going to find a mommy who loves you. My jelly belly is upset.
Lalo
Eats more
laughs to himself
marshmallows.
a little bit.
Are you okay, by the way? You were freaked out when I first got home. Something about a dog in the cupboard?
Lalo runs a hand through his hair, letting it fall back into place, and he puts his other hand on his hip, and he says, "No, I think I'm just overworking myself. I think I've paranoid myself."
Oh. I mean, there's that like dog walking business not too far from here.
No, not a dog. I definitely heard something in that cupboard that did not sound like a rat.
Well, I mean, I heard the pipes the other day when I was in the shower and they're like rattling. And then they exhaled like some old man taking his last breath. But
The pipes.
yeah,
Do you think we're haunted?
He puts another like handful of marshmallows in his mouth.
oh fuck yeah.
Oh, stop with the marshmallows.
It's his favorite snack.
Lalo thinks to himself for a second, and then looks at Chandler and says, "Have you noticed anything weird around the apartment? Like things out of place, or like a weird circuit a short circuit in the power?"
He thinks for a second, putting more marshmallows into his mouth.
I keep losing my socks. I don't ever know where my keys are. But that could just be coincidence that they keep ending up at the base of the toilet. You want a marshmallow?
No. No, I don't.
Your loss.
So Lalo continues and he says, "Well, I've just noticed that my computer was acting really funky. Showing me the website where these mysterious teas came from. And then something weird popped up on my computer. It might have been a virus. I'm not sure.
Now I'm a little freaked out.
Yeah. And then the lights in the kitchen, I didn't turn them off, but they were off when I came back out here.
You think we need to like hire like a priest or some shit?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Lalo is a very superstitious person.
Okay, I'll call my mom. She's Catholic. Hold on. They know how to do everything. At least that's what the history books say. I mean, at least they're pretty self-assured. Whether or not they're okay. Sorry, I'm going to hell. Let me call her.
Yeah.
And he pulls out his phone and he steps away. And the minute, because Chandler has his phone turned up really loud, the minute you hear his mom, she's just like, huh? What is that?
And he's like, "There's gonna be a second. Sorry."
And he's like, "Hi, Mom." And then Mom launches into, "I haven't heard from you in like 3 weeks. How could you forget your mother?"
No, Mom, I called you yesterday.
No, but you haven't called to just talk to me, Chandler. Do you hate me? You're my baby and you hate me now, don't you? Do you love your friends more? I don't know why I'm using that voice for her. But it's canon now.
Anyways, he steps away.
And every time he tries it, he says, "Mom." And she's like, "Don't stop me and let me just talk to my baby."
I'm right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So anyways, your father went and got his colon inspected. And your sister's upset that you didn't write her a letter.
Anyways,
I would say Lalo gets the attention of Chandler and like says nothing, but like motions his hand as like, "Come on, let's go, let's hurry it up."
he mutes the call. There's nothing I can do. She started talking.
You should really call your grandmother. You don't know how long she's gonna live. She could die any time, and she deserves you to love her. You be her grandson since you're the only one she has.
Anyways, she's gonna go on for a while. I mean,
Oh,
yeah. I'll just text you when I have the information.
yeah.
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 I heard something somewhere like salt, maybe.
Salt.
Yeah. He reaches into the cupboard beside the fridge. Yeah, like this Morton's Finest. Apparently, it's like you put it in your windowsill and like stops ghosts or some shit. You like throw it over your shoulder. Like, you're lucky, and then you hear, "Are you even-" "Yes, Mom, I'm here. I'm listening." My roommate wanted to.
Oh, so your roommate's more important than your own family? That's why you go to college, isn't it? You hate your family.
No, Mom, I don't hate my family. I think you guys are great.
Lalo goes back to the kitchen and reaches for the salt that's in one of the cupboards.
Okay.
And he's again and just inspecting a little bit, and he turns back to look at Chandler and he says, Do you really think this will work?
He just shrugs. I don't know. I saw it on an episode of Supernatural.
Super. Oh. Oh. Oh, you're using media. You're using media again.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. He straightens his posture a bit with the salt in his hand, and he walks over to his door and he's like, well, if we're gonna base this off of media, and he like shoots Chandler a look, and then he dumps the salt on the edge of his doorway, and then walks in and then pours some more on the windowsill.
Chandler just gives you 2 thumbs up, and then he turns his phone off speaker, only for you to realize that it wasn't on speaker and his mom is just loud. Now it is on speaker while he drinks his abomination of tea and adds milk to it, which at least he adds milk to it, and then a fuck ton of sugar and marshmallows like it's hot cocoa. And then he's like, am I supposed to pull the bag out? Whatever. And he just starts drinking it.
As Lalo's going back to the kitchen, he puts the salt away and he says, you do realize you're drinking tea and not hot chocolate, correct?
I don't know. You want a sip? Tastes pretty fucking good to me.
No, I don't want to end up in the ER tonight.
Coward.
Coward. I, unlike you, value the organs I have in my body.
You know what? I just want to float through life like my liver. You want some? You
The
sure?
way you're going, you're gonna lose your liver.
I'll get a transplant. Yes, Mom, I'm here.
You tell your mom you love her, and you have to go. I don't think I can handle any more of this.
Mom. And she's just like, and then this happened on Monday. And when I was trying to get my nails done, and that whore, she did them wrong again. But she's the cheapest one in town, so I have to keep going to her. Finally,
Hearing them,
he
like-
just shouts, Mom, I need your help. And everything changes. You need my help? And he's like, yes, my roommate has a problem, and their parents aren't awake to help with the problem. And then he hands you the phone.
And he takes the phone.
He gives you like the I'm sorry smile.
Lala just glares at him and says, hello, how's it going?
Oh, is this Lalo or Sky?
It's me. It's Lalo.
Oh, sweetie, hi. I hope Chandler's not being too much of an asshole.
Mom, I'm not an asshole.
You're just like your father.
Lala's giving a very strained smile and speaking through his teeth, and he's like,
What can I
oh my
help you with,
god, that's
sweetheart?
amazing. And he says, oh, we have a little bit of like a ghost problem. Is there any way you can get a priest over here?
Do you have a Bible? Make sure you be reading your Bible and you're praying and going to church on Mondays. They have a midnight mass. You don't have class on Monday like Chandler, right?
No, ma'am.
You got girls in the house? Are you doing bad things?
I mean, I'm not. And he gives Chandler a look.
What? I'm not. Mom, I'm not.
Chandler? Are you
Oh, ma'am, it's...
trying to...
What? No.
And Lalo takes his opportunity to dig the hole deeper, and he's like, oh, ma'am, it's really, really bad. Like, he's not even focusing on the studies anymore.
That's it? I'm canceling the credit card.
No, Mom, he takes the phone. What the fuck are you doing? Mom, no, it's not like that, Mom. And he leaves the kitchen and goes into the living room. No, Mom. Then you eventually hear his door close in his bedroom. And it's just you.
He feels a sense of relief wash over him, knowing that there's somebody else in the house causing or breaking the silence, and he doesn't have to overthink it anymore, at least for the time being.
Your gaze travels back to the kitchen counter where both of those tea boxes are.
He would casually just kind of walk back over to the kitchen and pick both of the boxes up and really start comparing them and essentially pretty much spot the difference, or doing the spot the difference kind of game.
Investigation and intelligence. So you're going to have at least 3 dice for intelligence. And then you'll need to look at your investigation skill.
I got 2 successes.
With 3 of these, you determine these have to be in the same badge. They have to be. The print label, which is on the underside of the big sticker that seals the package, the big sticker that seals the package for Sprout's Apothecary. And when you flip the little package over, there's the printing label. But this printing label, whoever meant to give this to Chandler, they scribbled it out. But in Chandler's box, you can see where the sticker was cut with probably like an X-Acto knife and opened, and a little tiny note was slipped inside. A very cutesy, small note, maybe like 2 inches wide, 2 inches thick, like the kind that are supposed to go on a present. And Lalo, just kind of looking for answers, finds that this is a gift. And it's asking Chandler if he'd like to go to the Fat Tuesday dance, which is just a kind of a college dance that takes place outside on the front. There's bubbles. There's a lot of food. Similar Mardi Gras sort of vibe. Like things are thrown. There's a little parade that goes around the green. But what gets you is I'm sorry, the other box is missing.
The other box is gone.
And then you look at your box. It's on the note. It says that, P.S. Sorry, the other box is missing. So when you look at your note and you flip it over and the printing label's been ripped off, someone's got to be fucking with you. Maybe even Chandler himself. If this was originally supposed to be in his locker, asking him to the dance.
Mm-hmm. He gets a little annoyed, assuming that it was Chandler messing with him again. And so he would roll his eyes and take his box and kind of rescan it and then reopen it to look back into its contents.
All tea flavors you would like.
He puts the box back down and he noticed that if it was safe enough for Chandler to drink and nothing bad had happened to him, one couldn't hurt him. So he decides to start boiling some water.
And that's where we're going to meanwhile. Not too far from Lalo's apartment complex, where a young lady is walking a couple of dogs and a very large cat. Could you please describe what you look like, Sasha?
Sasha is around 5'4", 5'3"-ish. Not very tall. Stacked. So like a thick figure. For this particular moment, she is wearing her dog walking clothes. So it's some leggings, shorts, a cropped hoodie. So like not exactly what you see on the Fugi sprite. Curly, fluffy hair. Has those kind of permanently sad looking eyes a little bit. But overall, kind of it. You might notice, like, despite her kind of friendly-ish face, there's definitely some silver shining in her ears, like quite a few piercings. And she is wearing a Black Sabbath band hoodie.
I need you to roll a wits and awareness, please.
4 successes.
You've lived in Narlands for a while now. And there is a distinction from someone looking at you in a crowd that's a part of the crowd, a casual glance, and someone looking at you because they mean to look at you. The back of your neck prickles, and this feeling travels down your spine. It sort of blooms out on top of your hips and then crawls all the way back up to your shoulders. And one of the dogs, the geriatric pug, who is slightly allergic to the sun, and the whole reason that you have to do these walks late at night, usually they're not this late, but I digress.
Just, hey, come on now.
But he's a little scared and panicked. And then he just lays on his side because he's afraid. The Chihuahua stands next to him, and the Doberman simply sits.
She wouldn't exactly try to look towards the direction where the gaze comes from. Maybe kind of like trying to catch it in her peripheral so she catches anything. But she's gonna gently tug a few times on the leash, on the pug's leash, to kind of like, come on, boy.
All right, Jay. I have names for the other 3 dogs, but you get to name the pug.
Okay.
What is his name?
Loaf.
Loaf. Right? Loaf whines a little.
Hey, if you're scared, this is not really a good tactic. Some predator is gonna eat you. Come on.
As you bend down, pet his head, give him a little push on the tush, he stands up again. And you see out of the corner of your eye, not necessarily directly behind you, but a little bit off, standing in the center of a street, someone in head to toe black clothing. Baseball cap pulled real low. At least you get the impression of a cap pulled low. And you can't help but look, only for there to be no one there. I'd like you to roll a charisma and animal ken to get Loaf walking again. Because Pixie is tugging on her leash now. She's ready to go. The tiny Chihuahua, she's like basically walking in place at the end of her leash. Princess has sprawled out, and Duchess, the Doberman, she is still sitting bored.
2 successes.
Two is enough to get the old man going again. With a really nasty, couple coughs. He's waddling forward.
This is why you shouldn't be bred.
About 6 paces in, Loaf starts.
I know you're having a heart attack.
The moment
Just starts panicking.
The moment you start panicking, Loaf throws himself onto his side and is coughing, and it's just getting more and more intense.
Oh, hi. What? No! Just starts checking his vitals if he's like out of breath, if he's actually, because it's always hard to tell with pugs because they're already breathing like they're gonna die any second. So she's gonna check him.
Okay. The minute you squat down to check his vitals, 2 things happen. 1, Princess leaps onto your shoulders and lounges like a scarf. The large Himalayan lilac-coated cat. And the second is Loaf jumps into your arms and is no longer breathing abnormally.
Human, was this all because of you being lazy?
He just looks at you with his wall eyes, the one that's particularly walled, that looks like it could maybe see 180 degrees behind him. Blinks slowly.
You're not getting snacks when you come back. Because it didn't burn the extra calories. And she's gonna pinch the bridge of his nose a little bit.
A little bit of snot. It's cool. It's got that
Ew,
perpetual
and she
frown.
wipes the snot onto the dog.
In between the rolls. Ugh.
Yeah. Ready, everyone. Come on.
Okay, you begin walking again, and it's a pretty warm night for February. I mean, it's really warm in New Orleans anyways, but this is particularly nice. You get about halfway down the block, and one of the street lamps overhead goes dark. And then the street lamp beyond, the one that you're about to walk under, goes dark as well.
I think as the lights go off, she might try to do like something she wanted to do before until Loaf was being a drama queen. But she's just like, hey, come on, guys, and like trying to like hype up the dogs to like start a small jaw.
Oh yeah, Duchess is ready.
Just to kind of get quicker, but kind of like, oh, this is so intentional. I'm just running with the dogs.
Right. Pixie is like running like, feels like 8,000 miles a minute with her little legs trying to keep up with Duchess. But the minute that Duchess actually starts like trying to bound, she's pulling you and everyone along.
What?
Yeah. The cat is no help. Literally boneless around your neck and in your arms.
Yeah, she can use my hood if needed to.
Oh, for sure.
Because like the hoodie is
absolutely just lounging. Pixie starts basically falling behind the little chihuahua.
If Sasha can, she will pick up Pixie as well. And the noticing part is actually maybe she's not running very gracefully, but having all these animals in her arms, no issue. They're like weightless.
I need you to roll strength and athletics.
2 successes. If the animals start falling, I'm gonna patch them with my face if I have to.
Okay. No problem. 2 successes is kind of how quickly you jog. As you are kind of trying to basically get to the next light that's turned on, the next street lamp, it turns off and you hear behind you running.
Don't die. Christ on a bicycle.
Do you turn around?
And I think she continues to jog. She doesn't stop, but she does like try to look through the floof.
Okay. Trying to like look beyond Princess.
At least maybe like just catch a glimpse if there's actually something quickly approaching, not specifically to like see all the details or something like that, just to kind of maybe somebody is running across the street in the completely other direction. She's just being paranoid.
Okay. You look behind you, the running gets louder, and you feel yourself hit an awkward lip in the sidewalk, and you stumble. You don't fall with 2 successes, but you do skid to an uncomfortable halt, jarring yourself. And when you look ahead, there is a mangy, skinny-looking dog on tall legs, standing under a flickering lamplight that's just ahead of you. Its tail is down, but its ears are forward. And there are 2 peaked triangles on its boxy little face. Duchess immediately begins to growl.
Duchess, hey. Down. No.
Pixie begins to yap in your arms.
Hey. Just gonna try and put her under her armpit or like smush her face into her boobie so she's doesn't see. Because she's just like, does she see a color in the dog?
No. But you do see patches of fur that are shorter than others.
Okay. As a note for myself, how well do I know these dogs that I'm with are listening to my commands?
Duchess is the best, but if you let her go, she's gonna protect you and rip apart the other dog.
I think I'm gonna because she works at an animal shelter, seeing a mangy dog, it's kind of like no owner feels bad. I guess I'm gonna try put all the dogs down, make them sit. I don't let them go, but I'm like making sure they're sitting still on a leash, but I come before them, taking a few steps towards the dog with like, hey buddy, and just to kind of assess how the dog is reacting based on like the body language.
Charisma and animal ken.
3 successes.
His head drops, ears flicking back, and then his tail very, very slightly begins to wag.
Oh, hey. You look hungry. Are you okay? And I think she's gonna like try to crouch a little bit, but not like enough where it's just like enough for her to like leap back, because she's understanding about, you know, how an animal can be scared and unpredictable. And I think she's gonna reach into her like froggy pouch and like grab a few like dog treats.
The light overhead of the both of you now goes out, just as you get close enough that you can give him a treat. And as you hold this treat aloft, the dog makes a horrible sound.
Well, aren't you special? Good boy.
He takes...
Actually, I don't know what you are.
He licks it out of your palm, and then he bounds off
I'm sweaty.
into the dark.
Okay, goodbye. Be safe.
What's an awareness for me?
5 successes, baby.
Where the dog was standing, there is a blood spot, like the dog was actively bleeding. And you can see, with that many successes, indeed a trail leading to where the dog has run.
How far away is this place from my house?
Where you are now is probably 2 or 3 blocks.
Not that far. She definitely notes where the dog went away. So she definitely notes and probably would wanna... I think she kind of like looks towards that direction if she can still see the dog. But otherwise she's gonna
bounded off into one of the narrow alleyways, the many that are so small, not even a garbage can fit.
And then he kind of stayed there, or
here somewhere down its length.
Oh,
yeah.
I kind of like disappeared. Okay.
But you can see the trail all the way up to that alley.
Mm-hmm.
And when you turn around, Duchess has stepped on Princess, her leash, and Pixie's. And Loaf, he wouldn't move. You could put him anywhere and he wouldn't move. He has, it looked like, pooped on some grass, but he's like laying and sleeping.
God damn it. She's gonna pull out some poop pouches from her doggy bags. It's like, God damn it, I thought I was done this. Picks it up, gives Duchess a few treats for being very good. And then I guess goes forward.
Do you follow the trail after the dog, or you finishing the walk and heading home?
The idea is to like put dogs back at home so that they're kind of safe, and kind of like maybe put in a call to the shelter to kind of describe that there's this like dog outside, like seems like homeless without a collar and stuff, and maybe go looking, like maybe come back.
Okay.
To look.
So you get home.
Just her priority is safety of the dogs. Like she's like,
right,
taking care of. So like put them to safety and then go.
You get home, and it is not unusual for a light that you left off up in your grandmother's bedroom to be on, as if waiting for you to return. This happens often enough that Sasha has begun to hope that it's, in a lot of ways, her grandma still looking out for her. Is there any particular get-home ritual that Sasha does with her charges or for herself?
Usually after the walk, it's feeding time, but I think she prepares the bowls beforehand, before the walk, so she can just put it down. So, kind of just that, like putting it down, but because like she set up like a small goal to herself, she's gonna try and call the shelter.
Is the shelter in which she works at 24 hours?
I would imagine, yeah.
Okay. You hear the sound of it rerouting. That means that there was no one at the front desk, and it's filtering off to one of the individuals who keeps their phone, a particular phone at the very least, on for any such calls. And a familiar voice answers it. You wouldn't necessarily call him a friend, but you also wouldn't not call him a friend. Speaking of, Emery, roll a wits and awareness for me, please.
2.
You hear a really odd sound, one that you're, not expecting. It sounds like an old rotary phone going off. It only lasts for a minute, but you don't hear when it gets picked up. Meanwhile, Sasha, Eddie's voice comes on the line. He just says your name. And then nothing else.
Oh, hey, sorry, it seems nobody was at a desk, but I was meaning to call the shelter. I guess he doesn't say anything.
It's
just
quiet,
like listening.
but you can still hear him listening.
Okay. I was on a walk with the dogs, and I just saw this. I don't know. He looked homeless, a little bit mangy, but it seems like the animal was hurt. I wanted to put the animals back home first, but I'm kind of worried for him. He didn't seem aggressive, so just I guess wanted to warn about it.
What kind of breed?
And I guess she describes it, like the ears, the muzzle. It was hard to say, honestly. Maybe a mutt.
Do you give him the address of where you were walking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was about to head out and check it out. If I could find the dog.
Okay.
Just to clarify, Princess is his cat, right?
Oh, yeah.
Princess did really well today.
You can't see him, but you know that he's got a slight smile because he does it all the time when you talk about his cat. Like imagine this drawing of this impossibly hulking figure. To call him a man would be a gross underestimate. A creature with little tiny flowers and a little bit of a blush on his big, nasty looking face. He just makes a sound. Sounds like a noise for a nod of affirmation.
But yeah, I guess I just wanted to report, and I'll go check it out real quick, but just in case, if I don't know, anybody is in that area, to keep an eye out. Have a nice rest of the evening.
Call me if you need.
And he hangs up.
Okay. Oh, okay. And I guess after she looks after everybody, she might gather some. You know what? Just to be safe. Because I'm just like, based on knowing, I think she would like just at least message her best friend where she's going, just in case.
Okay, what does the text
Because
message
she's
say?
about to. Probably address. Just a warning. Looking out for a stray dog. In case I go missing, feed the dogs. Smiley face.
You get a drunk text back that says, "I'm on my way."
No. It's okay. But yeah, she kind of like stops reading the phone and just gathering some basic stuff, maybe some silver spray, just so, and maybe some more dog food she could offer, and a little rope leash.
When you get to the front door, Duchess is waiting.
Oh, you wanna come with me?
Her sleek tail wags a little.
Okay, she's gonna
Pixie
pet her.
immediately is like, me, I need attention, me. And Loaf, he's already snoring.
No, Pixie, you need to look after Love. Come on, sleep time. Who's gonna guard this place? Okay.
As if answering you, Princess looks at you from on top of her perch on the fridge, like, me, duh. But you know that Duchess is incredibly protective. It's part of the reason that her person didn't take her out of town. Sometimes that overprotection can lead to moments of aggression, though she's not really an aggressive dog. But she is reactive in defense of. And when anyone leaves...
I mean, it's just like, there are different kinds of like protective dogs. There are those that can just simply... Because dogs are very good at correcting each other. Mm-hmm. So the idea would be like, if I can trust Duchess not to tear out the dog's throat and just simply correct it if needed, then I'm more than willing. Then I'm more than willing to take Duchess like with me, because it's like, it's not like I'm gonna. It is being reckless, but it's like seeing the blood. She's just like, oh no, I kind of don't want to find out like the dog dead in a ditch or something, that I could have done something instead of being cowardly. So it's better in her head to like head out and like at least look into it.
Okay, so you get her all strapped up and she's ready to go. Pixie's pissed. Loaf doesn't seem to care. And Princess gives you a steady gaze with her very piercing blue eyes. And the cat's like unnervingly intelligent, it seems, but still does shit that you're like, oh no, she's just a cat. But in this moment...
I mean, she's gonna give her a scratch and...
Yeah, it just feels like she's telling you good luck.
She's gonna give her a small catnip ball.
Oh man, that
so she can occupy herself.
Instant normal cat mode. Yeah. With that being said, something has shifted when you step out. The light that was on up in your grandmother's bedroom, which is on the top floor, the light is off. And I mean, so many strange things like that happen in this house that you're kind of used to it, but once that light was on, it's never shut off like this.
Too many crackers. And she can't leave until she investigates because it's like leaving the dogs in unknowingness.
Mm-hmm.
So quickly tries to go upstairs. But she's gonna leave Duchess downstairs so she can be on the lookout.
Outside downstairs or downstairs just like in the kitchen area?
I think if downstairs in the kitchen.
Okay.
Inside, so basically. Because I think because I'm walking in, so she can look after the front door and like just entrance area.
Roll a
And
wits
gonna quickly.
and investigation.
A complete failure.
You go upstairs. Everything looks to be in its place. And then downstairs you hear Duchess. And then you hear even Loaf start barking, but his bark is like. He almost sounds like an old man that's woken up and doesn't know what's happening. And then Pixie is just like.
Okay, she quickly smashes the door closed and flicks like the lock, I guess. Because I imagine the doors have at least like some kind of old keys, whatever, because it's an old house. I was like, I'm coming!
Okay, you get down into the
A little
kitchen.
out of breath.
The front door is open, and
What's up?
Duchess, her ruff is raised, and she is barking. Her ears are back, and Pixie is growling. Loaf is just screaming at everything. Like he's just looking around, like he doesn't know what he's barking at. He's just barking.
I think as she goes towards the entrance door, she may be gonna take one of the couch cushions to like hold in front of her. But she's gonna quickly approach the dogs and kind of like try to kind of like get in their way, investigate also so that the dogs don't get hit with anything.
Do you want to re-roll your wits and investigation?
Yes. Oh, yes. 2 successes.
You find on your porch, because most places in the South and East Coast, they have porches, whether wraparound or not, and a lot of their ceilings are painted like a Haitian blue, or really, really light blue. And so on this porch, there's a muddy boot print that is a lot bigger than your shoe. And it's all the way on the left-hand side of the porch, not even on the steps coming up to the front door. But everything else is clear.
What the? She's gonna quickly try and type out, maybe with some spelling mistakes, but boot print on porch in my house, and send it to the friend, I guess, and I think she's gonna continue investigating. Just even if she calls the police, I feel like it might be too late.
Do you go back into the house and start investigating in there, or do you stay outside and start investigating?
I guess she would follow the footprint.
That's just the one.
Just
And
Okay,
it's weird
twist.
too, because it's like facing the direction of the railing, like that climbs up onto
Okay.
the side of your porch, not even towards your door.
Okay. Well, since I see the direction, I'm gonna close and lock the door and methodically go and check all the windows and lock them. And I'm gonna leave maybe the back door kind of like last, just to kind of run away just in case. So it's gonna be the last thing I do to kind of leave myself a way to get out.
Where is Sasha's bedroom? In her home.
Upstairs. Both bedrooms are upstairs.
Okay, so basically it's like a little hall between her and her grandma's bedroom.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your room is one of the last ones that you check. You need to roll a wits and awareness for me, please.
Critical success.
It's five
successes.
Okay. You spot it almost instantaneously. And it makes your stomach kind of twist. But sitting in the middle of your bed with a pink bow on top, still wrapped in a box and like tight plastic, is a gift. And it says on its front-facing packaging, "The Good Boy 69."
What do you... she's gonna... closer. It's just like the size of the packaging. Proportions.
Hung, if you were to guess. When you turn the package over, there's a example of it. 8 inches of your pleasure.
That's a very strange chew toy. Maybe look for some kind of bag and like scoop it in. Like trying to touch it with her hands. I was going to the police. And like, so she like scooped it in and just like tied the thing and like holds it in outstretched arms, just feeling embarrassed as to kind of like hold it so close.
What's wild about this package? A week ago, your bestie talked to you about what kind of toys do you use? Well, don't you ever want to use one? I could get you one. I'll pick you out my favorite. He since forgot, then seemed to remember, brought it back up. Said every girl needs a toy. And now you have one. And that's when your phone goes
Holds
off.
it out. Oh, I was about to fucking berate him.
It's
Okay.
a voice message.
Listens to it.
Sorry, I'm on my way. Gonna tell the Uber to turn. Oh, I just need a few minutes. Call the police if you think that you're not safe. Just please fucking be safe, okay? Just please be safe.
I'm gonna call 911. Although, wait. Okay, he's in an Uber. So how the fuck? God, I should better still report it. And so she's gonna call 911.
You hit 9-1 and Duchess shotgun barks downstairs. Loud enough that it makes you jump all over again. And then you hear a door slam shut.
Oh no, the back door. Just like wheezing.
Okay, so you run down. The back door is shut.
This has been very funny. Come out. Please.
Duchess is growling at the stove.
Stop. It's a little worse. What the hell? And she's gonna continue to the stove.
Okay.
The Duchess leads the way.
You pull open the stove, and inside, wrapped in plastic, is a coffee cake.
Yeah. Boys and coffee cupcakes. This is really weird.
Do you take the coffee
What
cake out?
Maybe before taking it out, she kind of like looks around. But I think she slams the oven, quickly runs to the sink just to rub some cold water onto her face. Because like she is starting to like, she was kind of freaking out, but just like the way the gifts are so weird, they're kind of like throwing her off more. She's like, what the, like all over the place. And so once she like collected herself like a little bit, she's gonna look at Duchess and just give her a sharp seek command so she can sniff out, because like it's loud inside. Put like the cake in. So are they still in a house, or like what is happening? But and as she does that, she might try and call the 911 again.
Okay. Does she ever pull the cake out to examine it or look at it?
I think giving the command, she could start calling and like look at the cake to examine it closely to maybe give some information in case there's some notes and stuff on a second look. Like she still doesn't touch it, but she might pull out like the tray.
Okay.
From the oven.
Okay, you pull out the little tray. It has a sticker on it. Sprouts Apothecary. Perfect companion for tea and coffee. And then there is a folded up piece of paper.
Oh. She will open it.
It says, "Good girls deserve good boys."
Yep. Just closes the notepad. Uh-huh. Dials.
911, what's your emergency?
I think they might, or was, an intruder in my house. This is Varanova from, and she names the street.
Okay. The
Name and
operator
house number.
tells you to stay on the line, and she is getting help dispatched to you, and she asks you to describe why you think somebody broke into your house.
I've been left some weird gifts, and I heard doors slamming and opening, and I checked there shouldn't be any drafts in the house. And I have a few dogs with me, and they keep like barking at something.
She notes down Everything that you say, you can hear her typing away. And she says, okay, I've dispatched an officer to your location. Is there anywhere that you can go where you feel you may be safe?
I mean, I could lock myself in one of the rooms.
Let's see that you do that. Perhaps bring your animals with you.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Just stay on the line with me. Help is on the way.
Okay. Come on, guys. I'm just gonna rile up the animals, pick up Princess from the fridge.
When you go to collect Princess, she isn't there.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, guys. Come upstairs. She's gonna, like, quickly lead and probably carry the dogs into her bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of, like, lock them there. And probably still have Duchess with her. And look for Princess. Hey, Princess.
You hear
Please don't hide right now.
a meowing, but it sounds really faint.
Just gonna try and follow.
Wits and awareness.
Hey, Princess. 3 successes.
You rally the dogs into your room?
Yeah, but I only have Duchess with me.
Okay. Your grandmother's door does not open often. Because a couple of reasons. One, from her room you can get into the attic in the Widow's Walk, which is an attic room that has its own balcony, small window. The window often, it's said that women, widows in particular, would step out onto and gaze out to sea, waiting for their lovers to return home. You hear her meow coming from somewhere inside your grandmother's room.
Princess, please come out. And she's gonna slowly follow into the room. Come on, Duchess.
You hear her meow from the attic. And a little scratching.
Ёбаный в рот. Come on. Just open up the attic.
As you pull the stairs down, Princess descends in a hurry.
There you are. God damn it, Princess. Come on. And
She's
she's gonna
practically running outside.
She's gonna grab her.
Okay. You reach down, you grab her. She's pretty stiff, unhappy.
And she quickly gonna because, like, I don't know how, like, an older attic would look like, because there's sometimes, like, the staircases, they're like you can quickly shut it closed.
Yeah, this
is the attic.
Old version of one of those. So you have to, like, slide it back up and latch it. It's really easy to come down, not as easy to push back up.
Well, for first thing, I'm still gonna, like, you know what? No, I'm gonna run into my bedroom with the animals and close the door.
Okay. So you rush into your bedroom. You get Loaf, Pixie, Duchess, Princess in your bedroom as well. You turn back around after they're settled to go shut your grandma's door and all of that stuff, but you find your grandmother's door is already closed.
If you mess up my grandma's room, I will punch you. Please don't.
She like, what's the door in her bedroom?
Okay. The bag that you put the Good Boy 69 in is sitting in the middle of your bed.
Pushes it off the bed. It falls to the ground.
Okay. Falls to the clatter. And we're going to meanwhile right here. Nash. It is
Yes.
late. Between 9 and 10 p.m. on a weekend. You are home with the kid. The question is the kid still awake? Is the kid asleep? What are you up to? And could you please describe what your character looks like?
Let's see. So he's not extremely tall, just probably about 6 feet. And a bit of a lean build, kind of moderately muscular, but not overstated. Kind of dark, brown to blackish hair with some, maybe some early grays showing. Bit messy, but he does tend to keep it trimmed up enough to stay out of his face. He's got kind of steel gray eyes, a bit sort of heavy lidded and sharp, with a bit of a neutral expression, kind of somewhere between like tired and distant. He's got like some stubble on his jaw, but he never really lets it grow too much more than that. He's dressed in like a dark, kind of dark and neutral tones, like a black charcoal, bit of faded blue button-up shirt, worn loose, and a bit unbuttoned at the top of the collar, and narrow black tie, and he's wearing like a dark weathered trench coat, the collar kind of turned up. He's not really sloppily dressed, but he's not really dressed for any sort of formality.
So has he just gotten home? Has he been hanging out at home like this? Did he get done with work and then he's just...
Yeah, he's probably, just come home from work and, just hasn't really settled yet, I'd imagine.
Okay. So you get home. You pour yourself a glass of something. What is it?
Probably like a glass of just some old coffee that he had in the fridge. He probably made it earlier that morning and just threw the whole pot in there.
Roll me a wits and awareness, please. Because your whole last coffee pot is in your fridge, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is 2 successes and 3 failures.
Okay, you pull the coffee pot out and a note flutters to the floor.
I lean down and pick it up.
Everything is misspelled. And none of the letters match. Some of them are capitalized, some of them are really small, but it is definitely your brother's handwriting. With a 2, you can barely decipher what it says. Went out, left baby with babysitter.
He kind of grumbles to himself and goes to just double check that she's not in the room. Make sure that he actually did.
She's in her dad's room, asleep on his bed. And you see the television is on, playing her favorite movie. And there's a baby monitor in her room. Well, in Chase's room. The baby monitor is actually like right next to her head, but in her hands is a walkie-talkie, which Chase is known to leave her with. Dad's just going to run to the gas station if you need him. Here's the walkie-talkie.
He rolls his eyes and then kind of walks over to her and tries to gently take it out of her hands and cover her up.
She immediately opens her eyes. And they are such a clear, innocent color. There's just something about it that's almost, it's pain and it's hope when you look at them. She gives you the sleepiest smile.
Was work okay? You look a little sleepy.
Yeah. It was good. Bit of a long day.
She stretches out her skinny little arms for a hug.
He leans in.
She gives you a big squeeze, pats your head.
You did a good job, and I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Will you check my
I appreciate
homework?
it.
I left it on the counter, but Dad doesn't know how to spell.
Well, I think we can all know that you don't get your intellect from him.
She just kind of giggles mischievously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could take a look at it. Don't worry. I'll be ready for you by morning.
Okay.
And she gets up. Her matching little bunny pink pajamas, walks herself to the bathroom. When she's done, you hear her wash her hands. She goes into the kitchen, gets herself a glass of water, sets the water after she washes it, sets it in the drying rack, then heads back to her dad's room.
Been here by yourself long?
Only a couple of hours.
Any problem?
Nope. I locked the doors. And Dad left me pizza.
All right, well, you always know you can call me if you get into any trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Get yourself to bed.
Okay. Good night, Uncle Nash.
Night, kiddo. He just kind of helps to get her in and pull the blanket back up.
You hear her whisper to her favorite stuffy.
Come on, Froggy. It's time to make out with your wife. And then time to sleep.
Take care, Froggy. Keep him warm.
I don't want to keep him warm. That's his wife's job.
Oh. Okay, well. You just make sure they don't keep you awake.
She grins. And
He's gonna
puts herself to
turn
bed.
around and slowly start making his way for the door.
Okay. You hear her climb back into bed, turning up her TV show. Where do you go?
He will close the door behind them and make his way for the pot of coffee and the homework.
Emmy is quite advanced. So even though she's only in the 2nd grade, this is 4th and 5th grader work. Socially, her teachers have decided to keep her with children of her own age, at least for this year. But coming in May, they plan to test her to see if she can skip 2 grades. Roll an intelligence and a wits as you grade all of these sentences.
I got 2 successes.
4th grade English is bullshit. You're like, I don't know if the comma goes here or if it goes at the beginning of the sentence. And then when you shift over to her 5th grade math, it's even more bullshit. You're like, what the fuck? What are they teaching these kids nowadays? This is way more. But an hour later,
Math is math.
yeah, an hour later, you've gone through everything and kind of double checked it on the internet, and it's, you think, correct? Roll the wits and awareness.
Okay, 3 successes.
You hear the TV in the baby's room go off, like just completely shut off, like it's silent.
Gonna get up and slowly try to open the door.
Are you trying to be stealthy while you do this?
Yes.
Okay. Roll a dexterity and stealth.
1 success, 3 failures.
Okay. You open the door, but it's like a slow and then like, whoa. The window's slightly open. But the TV's just off.
And does she look like she's sleeping?
Oh, yeah.
Do I see like a remote near her?
No. The remote is on top of the television, which is set up on a dresser that she is too short to reach.
Just gonna walk over and check the window. It's very suspicious.
It's only off the track by about an inch.
Gonna try to slide it open quietly.
You're 3 stories up. So when you look down, just see the other window ledges, trusses, vines that are growing up the side of this old brick apartment complex. Like
Is there a
2 windows over, there's a fire escape.
Okay, that's what I was
That would
wondering.
be a significant leap to this window edge to that.
Okay. I think he would probably assume that that would be unlikely and then close and lock the window.
Okay. When you straighten, when you finish locking it, you hear the hallway shower, the bathroom that that Chase and Emmy share. You hear the shower on.
Quietly mumbles to himself. God damn it, Chase. He's gonna kind of just walk back out of the room, assuming that the sound is his brother getting home.
Okay. So you walk into the hallway and you hear some music, pretty muffled behind the bathroom door, but it plays regardless. And then he starts to sing pretty softly.
Could I assess if it was?
Yeah.
Could I assess if it's reasonably loud enough, like that it would wake the kid?
No.
Okay, then he'd just leave it alone. And
It sounds like he's celebrating something, but I don't know, he's weird. You don't know.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd close the door again and make his way back for the table.
Okay. Your coffee that was already cold is still there, still cold. And just a few moments later, your brother come waltzing in. And he's wearing a white Hanes shirt, and his hair is just a floppy mess. He looks a lot like you, just barely younger. Except the difference is down the side of his face and his lips is this wicked, 3-lined, jagged scar. And this Hanes t-shirt, it's a schmedium, and it is screaming for its life. Chase has recently, in the last couple of months, started bulking. But tonight, looking at him in sweatpants, black, that used to fit his lean frame, that are now not withholding anything from the imagination, which is just gross because you're his brother. The same with his t-shirt. The guy looks like a unit now, which usually is a telltale sign that his illness, not only is it back, but it is ruling his habits, his rituals, his routines.
So I see you're really sporting that extra medium today, huh?
Your brother stops, and slowly his gaze turns to swing to you, and it's never not unnerving, even though you're used to it looking at your brother, because there's no reflection in his eyes. It's like they're a dead stare. But he smiles, but it's in the way something that has no micro expressions smiles. There's no wrinkling around the eyes. There's no lift of the eyebrows. The only thing that is moving on the face are the lips as it stretches thin.
Yeah. I gotta buy more shorts. Are you gonna
Yeah.
finish that coffee?
I'm certainly trying.
Sad. I was gonna ask to eat it. So what did you do today?
And he turns back to the fridge and he pulls out just lunch meat, pops it open and starts eating it.
Just working a case. Nothing special.
I could help you. I'm good at finding things.
Well, I'm not sure you could. You seem like you're pretty preoccupied. You left Emmy here by herself again.
Just for a minute.
That's not what she said.
Kid's smart. Was there danger?
Not this time. But,
Were you
it's
late
not
getting
very
home from work?
responsible. Yeah.
No. I tried to time it so
You-
that you would have just been walking in as I was climbing out.
Well, you know what would help with that is, either calling me or waiting till I got back. You're spending a lot of time out these days. I see you're putting on a lot of bulk.
I
You're
told
not
you.
getting into any trouble, are you?
No. No trouble. I'm a good boy, I promise.
Why do I find it hard to believe that?
I'm not lying. I told you I joined the parkour group and I started skateboarding again.
You're telling me that parkour has you getting that jacked.
I know. I need to be careful. If I get too heavy, my fingy wingies are gonna pop like little sausages when I try to free climb. But I run pretty fast now. Did you want some toast?
Is the butter still good?
Yeah. Looks like it.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Pops in some bread. A few moments later, it pops. The fact that he just pulls it with his bare hands out and then lays the hot bread on his palm to butter both pieces and then hands you one has always slightly annoyed you. He's not sensitive to temperature. He's always seemed kind of numb to the heat or the cold. Hell, even the mugginess of where you live now. He could wear a long sleeve and a baseball cap and a full fucking balaclava and be fine.
Do you want to tell me about your job?
Oh, nothing too special. Just typical, somebody's spouse is cheating, follow them, take pictures, the normal basic shit that pays the bills.
Got any good photos?
Maybe a couple, but I'm going to stake it out a couple more days just to make sure.
Are you mad at
Gotta
me?
make sure you do it right. Look, I'm just worried about you and your behavior recently. I don't want you falling back into old habits.
He eats really slow.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, I remember the last time that you were this big. And that it was a bit of a slippery slope for you.
I didn't end up in jail.
No, but you did end up with, some problems, broken heart, and a little kiddo over there.
She wasn't a mistake.
I would never say that she was, but that doesn't mean you didn't make many of them along the way to get to her.
I promise. There's no lady in love with me.
And what about you?
He gets that stretched out thin smile.
I don't know. I'm just watching.
You brought this up at your group.
He rubs the back of his neck.
Yeah. Something crazy happened at group, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fight broke out. I intervened, though. But it was really funny why it broke out.
Was it your fault?
Yeah. I didn't mean for it to be my fault. I just thought everyone was being stupid. Why would they let words bother them so much?
Words have a way of reaching deep inside of a person and touching very sensitive aspects. Something that I think that you tend to forget.
He doesn't meet your gaze. And his smile thins out.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's not very funny. The other people have feelings.
It's good to hear you say that. Got to keep that in mind.
He scratches his arm and then his chest. And he winces a little. It's such a small little thing. When he winces, you almost miss it.
Yeah, right. But Emmy, she's really good at it, right? She's like a genius. Yeah? Perfect. Smarter than me.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty low bar.
He stands up.
Yeah. Because it's what you get when you're a rider and driver of the short bus.
Then he scratches his butt. And he turns, and I need you to roll a wits and awareness as he goes back to the fridge in the cupboard.
That is 2 successes and 3 failures.
You see a tiny spot of blood right underneath one of his pecs on the white hands.
Hey, Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd that come from?
He looks down.
Oh. Pair of scissors.
Scissors don't bleed. Where did it come from? Or how did the scissors make somebody bleed?
He lifts his shirt, and you can see where there's this big gauze that he's taped. It's just bleeding.
Oh. That's bad.
Do I need to get the kit?
Maybe that's why I'm woozy. I don't actually need food. I'm just losing a lot of blood. Kind of hard to feel these things still.
If you can't feel it, you need to at least pay visual attention to yourself. Sit down.
He sits.
He's gonna go grab like just a janky sewing kit meshed with a first aid kit that they have thrown together.
Okay.
It's a good thing you don't feel pain very well.
He just grins, and it's a big, weird, sloppy grin.
That's because my brain is a little slower, but also really, really fast, like Sonic.
Yeah, well, don't go too fast, little brother.
Okay.
It's gonna start stitching him up.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like he was absolutely stabbed by a pair of scissors. There's 2 little puncture holes, but they're not very deep. Just long. Like someone tried to trim. Maybe someone was going for a nipple and they missed. You don't know.
Was this from one of the guys you tried to stop?
Uh-huh.
Or is this something else?
You're just playing around.
Playing with scissors.
Uh-huh.
I hope you're not teaching your daughter these kinds of games.
No, that's why you're her parent.
I'm not her parent. Just here to help.
That's not what the court says.
Well, yes, okay, legally, I'm her guardian, but, you know, she still sees you as her father.
Yeah.
His leg starts bouncing, and there's just this like simplicity with him alongside all of that dislodged, sociopathic apathy. I need you to roll an intelligence and medicine for me, please.
Yoki. Hey, that's 3 successes.
Okay. As you finish stitching him up, the like energy in the room changes as you turn to grab more gauze and tape and antiseptic and some cream that'll help it heal and also not get infected. When you turn back to him, he grabs your wrist like this has just occurred to him, and he says,
No one at work is making you cry, right?
Making me cry.
Yeah.
What would make you think that?
he points at your eyes.
I just don't get a lot of sleep these days.
Can I help?
I don't think there's too much you can do. I mean, I don't sleep well, that's all.
Let's go over your wrist.
Do you want to talk about it?
Look, if you want to help me out, just don't make me worry about you. And don't make me worry about you not being here to take care of her when I'm not here.
Okay. I promise.
And he holds up
Good.
three fingers, but it's a vulgar symbol.
I promise. 2 for the pink and 1 for the stink.
And he salutes you with it.
Good. Because I'm going to kick your ass if I catch you doing it again.
I thought it was time the best. Because you usually,
And he starts counting.
like 25 paces, depending, and then there's another quarter, and you're driving.
Look, if you're going to do the math, ask the kid.
She's good at
Don't
math.
do it yourself.
I'm okay at math, I guess. Chase numbers is good.
At least let her check your work.
He just grins. But it's, again, doesn't reach his eyes.
Don't worry, Nash. I won't let anything hurt her.
I have no doubt that you would go very far on her behalf. But just keep in mind, you're her father and she wants you around.
You finish patching him up, and he's quiet. You think, considering your words with his single hamster brain cell. Then he stands when you're done. He puts his medium Hanes t-shirt back on. Finishes off the lunch meat. Makes another set of toast. And he says he's going to bed.
All right. Get some rest.
When does Nash go to sleep?
Probably not for some time. I'd imagine he's probably just trying to occupy himself and would be looking through maybe some case files and stuff at the table until he basically passed out on the table itself.
I need you to roll an investigation And an intelligence, please.
4 successes.
Several cases lay before you. And one of them came across your desk about a month ago. The sister in turmoil. Her oldest sibling, her sister Lila, was murdered. Horrifically. The police never found the killer. They never found any signs of a perpetrator. And then, the mortician lost Lila's body. And as you look over those photos, what few there are of the scene, your vision focuses in on a little medallion that Lila would wear. Looked almost kind of like an old coin on an equally old chain. The weirdest thing for you, Nash, is every time you look at these photos and you reread your notes and reports, some official, some from you, there's a headache that fires off in the middle of your skull. And you feel like you should know something. You feel like you should know a lot of something. But even as you focus on it, nothing comes to mind.
Do I happen to have any notes, maybe on the medallion, if I had done any investigation into it or its history or anything yet?
Old. 1700s.
And the photos that I have, are they fairly recent?
A month ago, when the murder occurred. You have crime scene photos and photos provided previous murder by her sister.
Ah, okay.
Her sister just wants to know where the body ended up. There's a huge legal battle against that mortuary and Lila's family. Nasty stuff.
I think if Nash was having trouble getting, like feeling like he's missing something, he might bring Chase in on it and see if he can at least maybe find the medallion or some clues for the body or something.
Okay. You hear his door open, and you assume he's probably taking Emmy to her own room, which he usually does.
Yeah, he'd like peek down the hall and try to quietly wave him down, like, come out here when you're done, you know.
He walks up to you holding his sleeping daughter. With his face just blank and his mouth like hung open, like, huh?
No, you dunce. Put her to bed and then come out here.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, do it. Put her to bed first. And then you come out here without her.
He like spins in a full fucking circle like he was going, and then you like interrupted the thought, and now he's looking at you and he's looking at her. Mouth still just agape, and then he goes to her room.
Jesus Christ.
He shuts her. He shuts her door, and he always does this thing at her door, which you think is a little weird, but you think it also might just be a part of the mental struggles that your brother naturally has and deals with every single day. He like uses his forefinger and he draws something on her bedroom door. Yep. And then he bows his head with his palm firm on her door like he's praying. And then he literally like waddles over to you. Mouth still open.
Am I in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble. Just maybe it's the exhaustion speaking, but I can't seem to piece this case together. And I hate to rope you into it.
He like perks up.
I can help. I'm good at finding things.
Well, that's exactly the problem, is that we have a lost body. So right now, the main things that are standing out to me are the medallion around her neck. And he shows the image.
Okay, he stares at it.
And I guess the mortician was the last person to see the body.
Oh, can I see all the photos?
I guess I don't see why not.
Okay.
Hands him over.
There's no expression as he looks at the crime scene photos. And he spends the same amount of time on each one. And then you hear from his room. And his head lifts. And then he looks at you. And he
When
looks
did you
down.
get a phone in your room?
It's my new ringtone.
Oh, should you get that? It's pretty late. Might be important.
Yeah. He takes the pictures and he jogs back to his room. What do you do?
Continue chugging just like from the pot of coffee, and probably pulls out a cigarette, goes and lights it up by the window.
Okay. You hear your brother like whisper yelling at someone.
Does it seem like agitation?
Yeah.
Would that strike me as odd or red flag, potentially?
Probably. Yeah.
I think he Nash would make his way over to the door and kind of lean in, see if he can hear what's going on inside.
What's an awareness?
Okay, that is a single success.
Okay. The door slides open and Chase sees you, but he's no longer on the phone. When it literally sounded like he was mid-sentence just a second ago.
You were being a bit loud. You're gonna wake up Emmy.
Sorry. I gotta go back to work.
Right now?
Yeah.
It's pretty late.
Somebody messed up on the rigging. And if I don't deal with it now, the guys who come in the morning are gonna get in trouble.
And he starts dressing. Black athletic gear. Boots. Baseball cap.
They don't have anybody else working a night shift or anybody else on call.
They rely on me. I'm the best at what I do.
Well, you better be getting paid extra for this because we need it.
There's something akin to an emotion, at least one that your brother is capable of feeling, that crosses his face.
And he says, okay.
And that's when he puts on a mask that covers his jaw, his nose, his chin. All of it covers his lower half of his face.
Are you really going to wear that all the way to work?
Yeah, it's cold on the skateboard.
And he grabs his board. And he heads for the front door.
How long is it going to take?
Hopefully not long, but don't wait up. And Nash,
Yeah.
you're the best brother anyone could ever ask for. I'm sorry I'm so fucked up.
And he's gone.
Yeah. Well, back to the drawing board, I guess.
When you go to look at your pictures, You find that Chase has taken the bloody one that shows her medallion and where her throat was slit, and the one of her normal, smiling face.
But he left others.
The rest of them are on the table. Only those two are gone.
Would at first glance it make any sort of sense as to commonalities between those two that he might have taken it? Or
Clear view of the medallion, because none of them
Yeah.
are in the other ones.
okay. I think that he probably trusts that Chase was taking them then for that, and knowing that he can be a little bit of single-minded and strongly focused when he's on a task like that. He didn't think to ask for permission.
Yeah.
Still a bit annoyed nonetheless, but
You ready to meanwhile there?
yeah.
Dahlia. On your way to the Midnight Theater, another set of police officers goes flying on the other direction in which you're walking. So they pass you and continue forward, even as you're aware before you get to the Midnight Theater, there's police at your house investigating, and another set of police that are investigating a house just like less than half a block away from the Midnight Theater. Regardless, you pass the box office, push your way through the rotating doors to find Emery waiting for you at the concession stand.
Hey.
Hey, Emery. I had to come over because somebody broke into my apartment.
What? Are you okay?
They said they knew you. Okay, so what really happened was I got a tea delivery, but it wasn't like a normal tea delivery. It was just like somebody left a box, pretended to be a tea delivery. But there was tea inside of it, but it was very ambiguous tea that looked sus. And then there was another box at my front door, but we were closed, but I picked up the box anyways. And they were both ambiguous teas. And then I looked at them and I was like, I don't know what this is. And then my phone rang. Did you know that there's a landline in my tea shop? But yeah, so the phone rang and then it was some person, some dude. And he was like, oh, I'm a friend of Emery's, like something happened to my face, so I'm really shy, but did you try my tea? I would like to go into business with you. And I was like, I am not drinking your tea, strange man. And then when I went to go upstairs with Sprout, my door was open, so then I went back downstairs for my pepper spray, and then Sprout tried to eat the tea, and then he got high, and then we went back upstairs and the door was open even more, so then we went back downstairs. I called the police, and then they told me to go somewhere safe, so I came here. And when I turned around, there was a fresh cup of brewed tea from the weird, creepy tea package, and now I'm here.
I'm not super sure if maybe it's a little safer here.
Did someone break into your house too?
No. I had a movie break earlier, and the guest came up to the projection booth to ask what happened in the movie, but he was like really big and intimidating. Didn't really sound like normal for a minute, but I think it should be fine. That's it. It was just kind of like more startling than anything.
Okay. So who is your friend who sent me tea? Do you know?
I just doesn't sound like anyone I know.
So they were lying. That's
I mean, they could have been. I mean, if they know my name, that's. Trying to think of. I don't have a lot of friends anymore outside of you and some. I don't think that phone's even plugged in. What?
You gotta answer it.
I gotta look and see if the phone is even plugged in for it to ring.
It is
I'm
not.
okay. That's. First I was thinking maybe we were just having some haunting bullshit that sometimes happens, but that's new. You said you had a weird phone ringing tonight too.
I mean, mine was plugged in, so that kind of made sense. But this is weird. Oh, is this place haunted?
I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
I'm gonna. Should I? You think if I ignore it, it'll stop?
Last time I ignored my phone by accident because there was somebody who broke into my home, it changed the way that it was ringing, which was really weird. So we're just gonna.
Oh.
And then the second phone call wasn't even a person. Kind of like that. This is horrible.
Maybe it followed you.
I'm not answering it. It's your phone, not my phone.
Okay. He'll pick up the phone.
What's an awareness?
3.
You definitely hear something. Really, really quiet at first. And then you look up at Dahlia.
Mhm.
Someone's breathing on the other end. And it sounds ragged. It sounds horrible.
Oh,
I think
hello?
you should hang up. No, don't. You should just hang up.
I'm gonna hang up now. Good night.
Emery, what? First of all, you're answering a phone that's not plugged in. Second, why are you telling the random person who called you that you're gonna hang up and good night? You don't even know them.
I'm just trying to be polite.
And all they did is breathe at you.
I'm pretty sure it's probably just the ghost that lives here. I run movies for it all the time.
I mean, did it ask for a movie? Or
No,
did it just breathe at you?
It just breathed. Yeah, nothing really beyond that.
Look, I thought that it was going to be like a customer thing when I answered my phone. But then I realized that phone number's not even connected to my store technically. Like I didn't put it anywhere. So first time I answered like it was a customer. But then the second time I was like, why are you calling? And it was like a weird animal noise. So I just, I think we should ban phones.
That makes it pretty hard to get a hold of people that live farther away, though. I mean, there's the postal service, but that's really slow.
I mean, better than getting prank called late at night after somebody broke into your home.
I need both of you to roll to resist frenzy.
Oh, God. I got a 4.
Successes.
4 suck? Okay. Neither of you are outright terrified, but you are uncomfortable. And you feel like at any moment this hulking creature could lash out as he collects his hat and his coat without a word, and he leaves without a word. He has to shift himself sideways to fit through the rotating door. and like crouch. He's so fucking big. But when he's gone and he steps out into the night, the both of you can barely remember what his face looked like or really any details about him. Just that he was big.
Oh, dang it. He left without getting his. I was going to give him a complimentary ticket because his movie broke partway through. I had to fix it.
He's really tall. Get him to change like your light bulbs or something.
I mean, yeah, I guess I've got ladders for that.
And it's
Is
there.
it normal for them to just be like walking around?
We're going to meanwhile to Lalo. The tea that you made, you sipped. It was great. You make it back in your room to finish homework. I need you to roll a wits and awareness.
4 successes.
Your computer plugged back in, rebooted because you were doing homework in the middle of it. It's been about an hour after the whole shabacle. Sky's texted the group chat saying that he's on his way home. And there's just something about Sky's presence that's grounding. So having him home, maybe the house will feel at ease. Totally. But as you are working with your headset on, your computer starts to ring like an old-fashioned phone. And it pops up with a phone icon. Almost like a Discord call. What do you do?
Is the ringing coming in his room, or is it
Through
in
your
a different
headphones
room?
from your
Okay.
computer. There's a big icon on your computer of a phone that's ringing, kind of like a Discord call.
He's going to immediately try and hang up the call because it caused him to panic.
Okay. It hangs up. And a second later, it rings again.
He kind of stares at his computer in disbelief for a second and then tries to hang up again.
Okay. You hang up again. And then there's just a little pop-up that says you have a message.
He hovers his mouse over to the message and clicks on it.
Sounds like struggled breathing. Like someone laboring to draw in air into their lungs that are quickly deflating.
Is he typing or is he talking?
It's just a voice message. So it's just a
Oh.
recording that's playing.
He quickly tries to, once hearing the voice memo, he quickly tries to block the person.
Okay. It looks like you've successfully blocked them. And we meanwhile there. Sasha, an hour after the police arrive, search your home, take your statements, and they leave an officer out front of your home to watch after they offer to send you to a hotel room. Your cell phone rings, but it isn't a normal sound at all. And my question to you, does Sasha take them up on going into the hotel room? Or does she stay at her grandma's house, aka her home.
Yeah, she stays home.
Okay. So you're in your room, dogs are sleeping, when your cell phone makes this noise.
Is it a number I recognize?
No, but it is a New Orleans number.
Looks at the time. How late it is right now?
It's closing in on the hour of the wolf, which means it's closer to midnight.
Midnight?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, she hesitates for like a little bit. Does the call drop on its own or keep ringing?
Keeps ringing.
Clears her throat. Pick up the phone. Just like, dark side of the moon. Sasha speaking.
Labored breathing. Like someone that can't draw in enough air.
Are you okay? Hello? Do you need help?
Sounds like they start to gargle. Like they're choking.
Uh-oh. Where are you? There's a police officer here. I can call for help. Hello?
There's no response.
But does the phone stay on the line? Like the call, or it drops?
It stays on for a few more moments before it goes dead.
I think she quickly, just in case, writes down the phone number. And then probably will go put on a robe or something like that and go downstairs to talk to the officer if they're still here.
They are. There's one that's going to be watching your house all night. Same with Dahlia.
Mm-hmm.
But we meanwhile there to Jean. You've made it home. Hour-ish. After leaving the hotel, you're resting. Maybe showered at home, got ready, got into bed. Maybe even in bed. When your cell phone starts to ring with an unfamiliar ringtone.
Do I recognize the phone number?
No, but you recognize the area code.
He's just gonna pick it up. I don't know who the fuck this is, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you've pissed me the fuck off. Made my night live in hell. Whatever prank you're pulling, go fuck yourself.
There's only the sound of someone struggling to breathe.
Gonna hang up. Like he's not about it.
Okay, you hang up. And your phone goes off with a little bing. A text message.
Just gonna swipe it. Not even acknowledge it.
And we meanwhile, back to Nash. Your apartment has a landline still. Mostly it's used to redirect calls from Emmy's school. And it rings. It's that old vintage ring. It actually jostles you awake in your chair at the kitchen table.
He wipes some drool off of his face. God damn it. All right. Gets up and walks over to the phone.
You answer. Okay. You hear someone gargling, like they can't breathe.
Chase, is that you? You're not home yet. Hello?
Their breathing gets harsher and more difficult and more labored.
There's some kind of prank call. Just find something better to do with your time. He hangs up.
Ten people were called just before midnight. All from the same number at exactly the same time. And these phone calls, when brought up to the police, there was no digital fingerprint left. When Sasha brought the phone to the police officer outside of her home and tried to recall the number on her phone, there was no trace of it. The rest of your nights go undisturbed. All of you find yourselves waiting with some anxiety for anything bad to happen. It doesn't. And soon enough, dawn breaks. But at some point in each one of your mornings, you come across a report of a young lady who went missing last night sometime around midnight down in the quarter. An hour after that airs, there's a circulating social media post about her throat being slit and her phone calling some unknown number. And that's where we're going to end session 1 of Chosen by Night.